All right, so welcome back, everyone, to another episode of uh, I forgot the name of the Black Note.
Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
it's sad, really. My whole soul is sad. How is everyone doing?
Good.
Well, it's hot, so I get why everybody's.
Oh no, I like the heat. It could be more. Yeah, it could be
It
like
should be
more warmer than
more.
this.
Should be like 30.
I, my ideal temperature is like 27,
Should be 30 for me.
like degrees.
That's hot.
I'm used to
hot.
32,
Because
so
we're
30 is good.
we Mediterranean.
Tropical.
Yeah, but this isn't the Mediterranean. This is like the north. You're talking about like melting of the snow caps here.
But
I
I'm
want
talking where
32.
I'm from. Like where I'm from, this like I like a good 25
I
to
want to
30.
burn. I want to
Like
get
I
the
needed to.
vitamin D.
And plus, I've been out here
That is
suffering
true.
for the last how long? You're from Florida. You know how the heat
That is
works.
true. Actually, I actually have a deficiency of vitamin D because I don't get enough sunlight.
You don't.
You should now be getting it.
Yeah.
You should go outside, read a book or something.
That's what I'm saying. I need a 30 or something to soak all
The
this
the sun
in.
is too bright over there. That's why it's so dark in here.
You're from Florida.
Yeah, that's true. Actually.
Isn't that like the sun capital or something?
Well, they call themselves the Sunshine State, but they're not technically the Sunshine State.
Miami.
No, sun.
Well, yeah, Miami and all that. I believe the Sunshine State is like New Mexico or something like that.
Texas.
Where they
Texas is way too hot.
It's hot.
My God, you go out there, it's immediate butt sweat. It is not good. Immediately.
So I'd like to read something now.
Okay.
This is the.
We
The-
haven't even spoken about what we're speaking about for you to actually
Oh no! It's just a piece of paper.
Okay.
This is the title of the paper is the Constitution of Kenya. That's what is written on the top. It's what is written on the
Okay.
top.
Okay.
Chapter 1. I'm just gonna read the first 2 lines.
Okay.
Chapter 1. Sovereignty of the people and supremacy of the Constitution. That's the sub-headline.
Okay.
Now, the sub-headline of that sub-goddamn headline, because you just couldn't put the shit together, is sovereignty of the people. Now, this is Act 1, 1.
Mm-hmm.
All sovereign power belongs to the people of Kenya and shall be exercised only in accordance with this constitution.
Okay.
The people may exercise their sovereign power either directly or through their democratically elected representatives. Now, these are the 2 lines.
Mhm.
You heard the sovereign is
Yeah. The people are the sovereign,
the people are the sovereign.
and then the politicians are
And now-
secondary to the people.
Now, the second, you hear the second one?
Yes.
The sovereign power and is there. Okay, the people may exercise their sovereign power either directly
Or indirectly.
or indirectly, right?
Okay. Okay.
Now, to what happened in Parliament last year, right?
Yeah.
Backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
There's a finance bill, right?
Yes.
Every country has a finance bill.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
what like the
That's how you pay your bill.
this is how you budget for the
Yeah.
next year, the
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
year, blah blah blah. This is gonna cost this. This is
Yeah, yeah.
Now the government this government has been in for like a year at this point, almost a year, right? No, I'm saying until that point,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like a year.
Yeah, a year ago. We're a week back.
So they're like, oh, and they've been elected on the point of, oh, we are the hustlers, we are for the hustler because the person like our candidate is a hustler. Oh, he was a chicken farmer. Oh,
Sold eggs.
he had nothing.
Mhm.
And by the way, it's true. All true, by the way.
Oh,
He didn't
yeah.
lie
It's all
about
true.
that. At
It
least.
wasn't a lie.
Yeah.
This wasn't a lie.
At least.
Oh, for the people. Oh, we are going to condemn everything. Oh, we are going to lower the prices of all this. We are not going to borrow no more. Blah, 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 blah. We are for the hustlers and the chicken farm. I don't know. It's just for the hustlers, yo. And the people who sell cabbages. Mama Boga. You know what he said. That's what he said. Not making this thing. Not exaggerating nothing. This is what he said.
It's crazy, but okay, okay.
Now come the finance bill, right?
Yes.
Mind you, this guy, when he got into his party was the minority,
Mm-hmm.
but he bought the other side, and so now he has like majority in parliament, right?
Yes.
So he buys even more people, and now it's like the minority is
It's
like
the
a
majority.
real minority. The minority now became the majority, and the majority, because of the minority that was bought, became even a bigger force.
Oh, that's crazy.
right? So come the finance bill. What do we see? Prices of goods have gone up.
Yeah.
Petrol is up.
Yeah.
Tampons are up.
Well,
Fucking everything is up.
Sanitation towels.
Everything. Whatever. Everything is up.
Yes.
Everything. Now, the people, us, we tell our representatives, we don't want this finance bill.
Mhm.
We don't want it.
Yeah.
The prices are up. We don't want it.
Correct.
The leaders are like, no, this is good for the president pays the leaders, right?
Yep.
Our MPs.
Yep.
They go and they vote
Yes.
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 So many of them.
Yeah, like I think it was like 70%.
An overwhelming amount.
Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah.
And this is like they're paid bribes.
Yeah, of course
To
they
vote
were.
yes,
2 million.
right?
Yeah. 2 million each or 2 million altogether.
2 million each.
Now, leading to this vote yes, to this yes vote, right?
Yeah.
People are like, no, we are going to the streets because there's like the first reading, it goes through, the second reading goes through. We are now at the almost at the
and it
passing
becomes the passing of a law. Yeah.
becomes a law. We are like, no. So people start going to the streets. And this is the first time
Mhm.
where there's like a united, like
All the tribes are together.
everyone is all tribes,
Everybody.
but mainly the demonstration are led by the Gen Zs. They
The
have
children.
Like the young
the
generation.
children,
Yeah.
right? Like from like 15 to
Yeah, they
18 to like
they can
20.
see the
Those
bullshit.
who are the most people because
Yeah.
they have no opportunities. The
Yeah.
shit is going down. They have nothing to lose.
He's destroying their futures.
And they're like, whoa. And this was across the rich kids, the really bougie kids, the
Mhm.
poor kids. Everyone was in this. Everyone.
And they
Media
told their parents stay home.
And
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah.
you want to stay home?
We'll do it.
We'll do what we have to do,
tribalism
right?
in this shit, so stay home.
It's
Mhm.
yeah,
We'll and they're leaderless. They say they're leaderless. They're faceless.
yeah.
Their only agenda is to bring good governance. We are tired of this bullshit.
Okay.
So they go into the first
Yes,
day
my
of
Gen Z people.
Yeah.
the first day of demonstrations. They're really good. Really good. Well, the turnout was fantastic. It was great. It was mwah. It was kiss. It was good. It was. This has never been seen. And mind you, this is everywhere. The whole country is
Yeah,
protesting.
yeah.
The whole everywhere, like even the places you've never even heard. I never even
Yeah.
been to some of these places, and I go a lot of places. I'm like, they were doing what in what streets? And
They have street.
in the bushes? Anyway. Going back, moving forward. So now
Yes.
there's another protest. People are planning another protest, right?
Yes.
And they're like, this time we're occupying Parliament because the day they want to occupy Parliament is the day this yes vote
It's gonna
supposed to
happen.
be
Gonna be
passed.
passed.
So they're trying to get the vote to not go. They want to just
Yeah, 'cause-
stop.
yeah.
So they go and take over Parliament. Everything ceases. Everybody leaves.
So they're like,
Okay, it makes
they
sense.
meet in town.
Mhm.
Police people now are starting to like
And nobody was actually
shoot at them,
I know. I saw.
shoot
Yeah.
tear gas at them, shoot
Yeah.
all these water cannons. These Gen Zs listen to me. These Gen Zs don't give, these niggas is showering with fucking water
Now
cannons.
this is where the Mau Mau rebellion comes in.
Yeah.
This is how it works.
This niggas is fucking smoking
What-
tear
Quick
gases.
question: why is the water like colored?
It's because they put in more chemicals in that
Chemicals.
shit.
Why?
Because they want people to disperse. It's
For it
like
to not be
once
there.
the water hits you,
You
you
need
start
chemical,
scratching
you
and
start
shit. You have to
itching.
go.
Oh.
But oh no!
You see how
this
people came with raincoats?
Oh,
People
okay,
just
okay.
bathing
I
in that
have
shit.
never seen.
Yeah.
They was like blue,
No,
and then it
you
was
know what happened?
pink.
Big,
What happened
green.
was-
I'm like,
yeah.
what?
What happened was, right? The shit they use, like the normal canned water, right?
Yeah,
People
they're not having
Well,
that.
still
So
walking
they're like,
through.
they put more shit in it.
Yeah.
They throw
It even
tear gas.
They put
smoke
so
it.
much shit. They put so much shit in this
Yes.
shit that the color even changed.
Yes.
On niggas. It was like,
Yeah, I've never seen that.
but niggas
It
were like,
like
we're
paint.
gonna shower
You
in
will
this
see
paint.
water. Actually,
We-
we don't even have water.
It was crazy. It looked like paint.
People are
I
like,
know.
we are gonna suffer in this pain. We are showering with pain because we have
Yeah.
suffered the pain. The people have suffered anyway.
Yeah.
The day off.
Yeah.
So people are like, oh, at some point, people are like, we are going to the
Yeah,
parliament.
much.
Now,
Yeah.
I will remind you what the Constitution says that all sovereign power is with the people,
The people.
and the people can exercise it directly.
Yep.
We can do this shit direct. We can do this shit direct.
Ours.
It's my
Yes.
parliament.
Yeah.
It's the people's
It's the
house.
people's
we call
house.
it the
Yes.
people's house. I can go to parliament. I have a right to go to fucking parliament. I will
Yeah.
go to fucking parliament. It's the people's. It's
Mine.
my house. What the fuck is the people?
Yeah.
It's my tax.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. I don't see why
So
it
the
would.
people are like, we are going to parliament. And
Nobody was actually.
the doors are closed, so we are gonna take out the fence.
Yes. Why
Because
did you
it's
close
my
the
parliament,
doors?
it's my money. I told you to vote yes. You don't. I told you to vote no. You don't
say
decide to
yes.
vote yes.
Hmm.
I told you directly to vote. We, the people from my constituency, personally, we went to the MPs, but who are like, don't.
Yeah, I saw the polls. There were no the no's was so overwhelming. It should
We were an overwhelming 90% plus of the country
Yeah, I think
that
it
was
was
like no.
93% is the poll I
Because
saw.
do I want? Because this affects everyone.
It doesn't
does
make
not
sense
affect.
how a few people in the parliament determine our future. When the whole country is actually saying no.
Again, power may be exercised directly or indirectly through elected anyway.
I know.
So now we're exercising our power directly.
Yeah.
We go into parliament, right?
Yeah.
What happens?
Lot.
These people didn't even stay there for like 2 minutes,
I
right?
think it was 5
Just
minutes.
came
The
and then they
MPs
came
at this
out.
point have voted yes.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
So the vote, the yes vote reaches the people in the streets, and that's how they come to parliament.
voted. That's how
They're
they
like,
got mad.
oh, we told you,
Yeah.
we coming.
We're coming for you.
We
You
coming.
voted yes, we're coming for you.
We're coming to investigate. We were not even coming. We were coming to investigate.
Yeah.
I'm talking for the people now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We were going to investigate this yes because
Yeah.
it beats me. How the fuck you gonna vote yes when I told you to vote no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You came to me, told me, oh, I'm gonna represent you.
Yes.
Let me give you, and I'm paying you to say no, but you vote yes.
Yeah.
The fuck does that even happen?
Because they're supposed to represent the people. They are the people's voice in parliament.
There we go.
So if the people's voice says no, you can't turn around and say yes.
can.
Especially when you got bribed to do it.
That makes it even more corrupt.
Yeah. So worse.
Anyway,
Mm.
some people like shots, blah blah blah, in the sky. People are like, we don't even want to do this parliament no more. We're gonna leave,
Yeah.
right? So people start running. And what do the fucking police do?
Got them
They
down.
start shooting
Got them down.
from behind.
How are you gonna shoot people?
Who are leaving?
Not even big kids. How are you gonna? Cause
This was you
if this were old niggas, I would be like, oh.
25.
But how are you shooting 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds with live bullets? Cause like a fucking bullet, like a bullet, fucking a rubber bullet don't work no more. Like, am I dumb? Am I?
I just don't understand what their concept was because killing the people only made them angrier.
Yeah.
If you hadn't killed them, then they wouldn't have been that angry. You would have had to. Now, how do they expect they're going to keep their positions unless they declare something like martial law?
Now we go now to so the BBC documentary that
Yes.
I sent you.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't. I would say
It wasn't a full story. It was a part of
it was like
But at least
it was like part. It was like part just before part one.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that was the beginning, right?
Yeah, that seems like
Where is like anyway?
Let's speak of
So
that.
we knew this happened, right?
Yeah.
What we did know from this documentary as a Kenyan, right?
Mhm.
You're Kenyan. I did know that our Kenyan defense force soldiers were in this shit as well.
Yeah.
Now, it's our constitution, right? Constitutionally,
Mhm.
the Kenyan Defense Forces, their job is to defend their territory.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't operate within.
You don't operate within unless you have Parliament's approval, which they didn't have to sort like an emergency, right?
Yeah.
Which they were given in the middle of the night at some point.
At some point.
Oh.
The president.
Yeah.
So it's his conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
A soldier just doesn't kill people.
No.
It doesn't.
You have orders from someone. And you saw the document. You saw the guy who was killed. Kill them. Kill them.
Yeah. And the soldiers immediately put on their masks like, I don't want to be identified. Soldier. You're a soldier.
But here,
Our law actually prohibits like It prohibits like a plain clothes officer from arresting you. It also prohibits like a police officer from hiding.
Hiding.
Yeah.
You can't hide your face.
Yeah.
I commit a crime, you come get me.
Yeah.
I should.
Why are you hiding? Why you hiding?
Yeah. You're only hiding if you're doing something.
You only hide if you're doing some shady shit.
That's the only reason you do it.
How is the Kenyan defense? How are soldiers coming? And by the way, soldiers have been the most neutral people we've had in our country. They never get involved in nothing. It's always been this way.
It would be terrifying if the military does get involved. You're gonna get a juke.
Now
Mhm.
and then, so the BBC sends
The camera crew out there.
and they send the police force like a message like what happened, like what, and they're like, oh, police officers can investigate other police officers. There's a body that does that. I'm like, hold the fuck, hold. So let me ask this: if a police officer goes and kills someone,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, oh, my bitch got fucked by someone else. And then, pow.
Yeah.
They investigate them and they get
You would think so, yeah.
they get jailed all the time for like taking bribes and shit.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. But when they kill
The
a young
citizen.
man
Yeah.
in the streets, we can investigate our own now? Apparently not.
They take.
So I was seeing people who are like, oh, who's gonna like prosecute like the soldier for, it's in the constitution.
Yeah.
The soldier is in the country. You're gonna get prosecuted by your country.
I mean, if they want to, they need to just set up a court in the parliament. If nobody wants to do it, that's your problem. You're supposed to do it.
I'll remind you the second. The second is the 1, 2. Sovereign power belongs to the people and may be exercised directly or indirectly. We're tired of these niggas.
Well, how do y'all go about dissolving parliament? How would the people be able to do that? Because that would be my next step. You can't do something that's broken.
So now, this is where shit even gets shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we don't have an electoral body because the body that we had before, their term limits expired. We don't have commissioners. We don't have a chairperson.
Mhm.
It expired. But the president has the authority to form to like and then Parliament has to do this shit. But Parliament has been delaying this shit for the longest time. Right now, if your member of Parliament dies, you can't even elect another member of Parliament. You just stay without. And there's some people who are literally are not represented right now.
Yeah. It's basically martial law without declaring martial law.
So now the president,
you might as well call him king. That's his new title.
Fuck him.
Okay.
Because after that, tell me why people are just being abducted. You say something online. Say me, I say this, right?
Right now.
Right now. If I go back home, there's a
He's not going home.
No, they're going to just pick you up.
That they're just going to pick me up, niggas. I'm tired of I'm tired of your shit. We're all tired. You know how I'm winning, and this is me, and I'm very selfish. I'm selfish as they get selfish. I'm not greedy, but I'm very selfish.
Yeah, I mean,
I will spill my blood to protect.
It's worth dying for.
It's so worth dying for because I'm not gonna get treated like a nigga by a Negro. It just makes no sense. It's so you know what's even more frustrating? It's like me and you, right?
Yeah.
Come from the bottom. Like
that's nowhere. Yeah.
We're chicken farmers.
Yeah, we're chicken farmers.
We have 2 chickens.
Okay.
We go to school. We don't even have fucking shoes. We don't have nothing.
We have chicken.
Sometimes we don't even have lunch.
Okay, no,
because we're poor, right?
We do have chicken though.
We do have chickens though. God bless chickens. Now we make it. You make it, right? Get a good education. People help you out through the way because we are community-based people.
Yeah.
You not make it far if you're not being helped by your community.
The community has to lift you up.
Yes, your community. This is how we are as people.
Yeah.
Your community lifts you up.
Yeah.
Me and us, we lift you up.
Yep.
You get a good education. You get a good university education, and all this time, this education you're being paid for, right?
Yep. Okay.
You go back to your people. You're like, thank you guys for helping me out. Now I want to help you guys out. Because you're like me. You know where I came from. You know me. And tell me you know me.
Yeah. I'm still taking care of your chicken.
We were in the chicken hands together. Remember?
Yes, I do.
So you vote for me, and you see that chicken hen? It's gonna become a building.
Damn it.
You see those two hens you have? You have two chicks. Oh, they're gonna become 1,000, Antonio. You're gonna live good. You see the fucking petrol you were using to deliver this? It's gonna go down. See how up it is now?
Yeah.
You get your chance as a member of parliament, right?
Yeah.
You go out there. You never even say shit in parliament. You just go out. You're probably even never there most of the time. What are you doing outside? Making deals.
Yeah.
You get rich. You get so rich.
Yeah.
People come up. They're like, oh, you can become something more. You incite your people.
Yeah.
They group up. And you're like, now I have a group. I have a clique.
Yeah.
So now I have a bargaining chip. I have something to bargain with for higher politics. So now I bargain this and I become a minister.
Yeah.
On the backs of
The
these
people. Yep.
Not on these small people.
Yeah.
On my community small people.
Yep. So it's just becoming a pyramid.
So they're like, yeah, you're a minister. He's like, yeah, now I'm a minister. I'll bring development and shit. Because now I can do it. I know. You use this post
to go higher.
Get more money.
Yeah.
You get to the point, because now your small community, you've been going around. Now you have the whole region, right? At this point, you have the whole region. You have even a bigger bargaining chip because you have a whole region. You have like a base of like 2 million voters behind you.
Yeah.
You're like, then a scandal comes up.
Yeah.
Right? You get your people to kill other people for power, for you to benefit. These people kill these people. You are taken to the Hague because of your crimes against fucking humanity.
Yeah.
You kill fucking what are they called? The people who give evidence and like stands and shit.
Oh, the prosecutors?
No, the people who give evidence and stuff.
When evidence in court?
Yeah.
Prosecutors. I'm prosecuting you for your
No, the people, what are they called?
The witnesses?
The witnesses.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, kill a bunch of witnesses.
And then everybody else.
Intimidate people.
Yeah.
Evidence. Like, oh.
Yeah.
So the two, me and the person who I went to the Hague with, who we accused of, who both of us were inciting our people to crime. We are like, oh, let's come together. You see, we were fighting, but we have to fight no more. We can come together. So you come together, you lie to us. You get the second biggest position in the country. I'm the vice president. But because you're greedy. And you're evil. And you're trash. You are you. You'll never change yourself. You're you. You've been greedy since the chicken days. I'm sure you've been scamming people out of chickens for days.
He's a hustler. That's what a hustler does.
And so anyway, you finish your first 5 years. Goes nicely, whatever. You'll steal a lot. You steal a lot. Now, come the second year, the president is like, your stealing is a bit too much. Okay, you've been doing too much. So you turn on the president, you're like, oh, he's been doing this shit to me. He doesn't like me. I don't do my job. I don't even get to do. You come and plead sympathy to everyone. You're like, oh, I've been suffering under this president, blah, blah. You've been in this together. Oh, he's not a good guy. We need better leadership. I'm the one to do it. I'm a hustler because I come from chicken. Look at where my chicken people are, stealing chickens. But don't care. Don't matter about that. You sell cabbages? I'm for you. Because I'm a chicken. You're cabbage. We're the same place. So he comes up. Now everyone is sympathetic, first of all, because of his situation, right? Because we can see in the news people are getting arrested around him, blah, blah, blah. corruption.
Because he's a corrupt person.
You're corrupt, so obviously the people around you are corrupt as well. They all should be in jail.
But it looks like he's being persecuted.
Exactly. So he wins sympathy votes. He comes now to my community. He's not from my community. He comes to my community. He's like, see, this guy who's from your community has been doing this shit. He takes up a couple of people from this community. He's like, people from my community are now fed up with this other guy who, like, where are the developments you don't promise? Why is this shit going so slow? Why you're getting scandals all the goddamn time? Why? We're like, you know what? Because we've been having too many people from our community being president. It's not seeming the best. So you know what? We're gonna keep it in. We feel bad. We're gonna get you in. You know, so it gets a lot of votes from this, where most votes come from, right? Because you can. It's almost virtually impossible to become president votes from this community. So he gets the votes, becomes president. Now, a couple of people die here and there, election, blah, 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 stating that Africa is not. So anyway, become president, right? Remember, I don't told you guys, but chicken farm, I feel your pain. I do chickens. I feel cocoa. I feel pain. I feel pain. I feel the cocoa at night. Like,
I don't know what kind of chicken you got, but you might want to get a better chicken.
Whatever.
Okay.
Goddamn chickens in Africa. Call goddamn night. Can't even sleep with these goddamn chickens. Having more goddamn breath. Anyway, at this point, you're rich as fuck. You say, verbatim, once I put this Bible down, all the prices are going to come up. Like Jesus. Turn water into wine.
Yeah.
People ate that shit up. People are like, yeah. Princess down. Oh, yeah.
Like it came from the store. They look a little bit up.
Now, it didn't even take a month or two. Mind you, at this point, and this is what most people don't even know, he won, yes, but he had a minority in parliament.
Yeah.
Oh no. All of a sudden, he has a majority because he done bought up a bunch of people from the opposition, and now the people are now...
And they were given offices to occupy.
They're given like parliamentary like committees, right?
Yeah.
So you're in parliament, you're given like a committee to chair, like you're the chairperson of like an energy.
Yeah, so now he's majority.
You have no knowledge of energy. You have not, you don't financial, you didn't even fucking do business in fucking high school.
But
just because.
Yeah.
I do know it gives me money.
I've turned.
Of course, on the other side. Now this president is good.
So now the minority is even like less. And by the way, a minority like has always been powerful because they always fight. Like we always know shit, a lot of shit because of the minority.
Because of the minority,
right? They're really so like our minority. Like
they feeling all the beans.
They put pressure in that government like a good minority would do.
Yep.
It has always been led by the other guy who's always been fading to he's ran since 1909. He's the one who just embarrassed us internationally by not even getting a fucking African presidency, and we lost that shit to what? Fucking Eritrea or something? I don't know, some shit. Anyway, the country has a booty in the name. Do you know like what Djibouti is to Kenya, like in terms of it's like
no, it should be off. Okay.
Imagine if Germany was fighting for like power, like to put someone in position with like Croatia.
That is so funny.
Or like what? Like I don't even know what gets worse than Croatia. What like a fucking Latvia or something? You know?
I don't even know if Latvia is worse than Croatia.
Because Croatia, you know, and then we lose. How the fuck? Because you know what? You've been doing deals with this country here, this country here, This country is in battle with this country. You don't even know how to keep alliances well. So now everyone is upset at us because of you. So we don't even get the votes.
I mean, because it seems like they're good. At least he's good at manipulating people who he can manipulate. People he can't manipulate.
But now this is now where it gets worse, right? The opposition, which has always been very strong, which we always rely on to keep the government in check.
Yeah, to keep it on.
Was the protest, call them Gen Z protests. It was mostly
the Gen Z. Yeah.
The leader of the opposition, because he wants the African seat, and you can get the African seat without your country endorsing you. There's a handshake with the president for the goodness of the country, to bring peace to the country, right?
The easiest way to bring peace to the country, get rid of this guy.
Now, listen to me. Now, the leader of the opposition who wants to become the African...
the guy that lost to Djibouti.
Yep.
Okay.
He wants to become the African president, the chairman of the African Union. Mm-hmm. But for you to be the chairman of the African Union, one of the requirements is that you have to be endorsed by your country. That means literally your president has to sign that we endorse him to be. So he can't do that without.
Yeah.
So he's like, he has a handshake. So the opposition leader has a handshake with the government.
Yeah.
And these people, they're like, we will loan a couple of guys to the government.
So they can pass whatever they need.
So a few ministers are like taken from like the opposition and now are in the government. And before this, the president, the day of the protest, right? He comes out, he's like, those were terrorists, blah, 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 blah. The next day, people come out even worse. We are coming to State House. We are coming to get you. Mm-hmm. So he comes out the next day, he's like, you're our children. The former terrorists now are now
the children.
Oh, yeah. You were infiltrated by a group of insurgents. I'm like, insurgents.
Like we were being paid.
Like, insurgents. I'm like, this guy is.
So in his mind, he's pulling some crazy Donald Trump nonsense where just protesters are insurgents who are doing what? Like, what's an insurgent to him?
We were called terrorists, insurgents.
The people, when they were marching with their hands up.
We were called vigilants.
Are their hands?
We are drugs.
We're on drugs. We're being paid.
You know all of the stuff he is saying is stuff that he does.
Exactly.
There's no doubt about it.
You know, our previous president, despite we need if you cannot drink, you cannot be president. First of all. No, if you can't smoke, you can't be president.
I don't know if that's it.
No, because drunkards say the truth.
You know, because the best presidents we've had, they used to take a little bit of some.
Then they've taken our country far.
Some.
This one ain't good.
He's
the biggest lie.
He'll be dropping millions in church. It's like, I come, I drop millions. Nigga, there's children dying without food somewhere.
Even the church is tired. They don't even take his money.
The church will literally like, we don't even want your money.
You know, it's corrupt. It's blood money.
Yeah.
Because even the youth were like, if you, as a leader of a church, accept church, we are coming for you.
You're going to get hands.
We are coming for you.
You're going to catch these hands.
Who you do? What's wrong with you? So anyway... After that, people started getting abducted left, right, and center. Cartoonists, blah, blah, blah. People get abducted. There are still people who've not been found till this day.
They won't be found.
There are so many kids I'm talking, there's like 5 kids, small kids like this who
BBC didn't
shot.
BBC didn't even show the other some parts of the slums that people are being shot. Like,
they didn't even show, because apparently, like the mess was stolen. You know, the parliament, we have like a mess, the golden shape that signifies the power or whatever of parliament. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
So apparently that got stolen. So they went and they looked for that shit with vigilance.
With
If you know
violence.
what I mean. So many people
Shooting
got
through
killed
houses.
for no reason. People got killed. If you, it's people, the police
As long
people
as you are living in that estate, like they come here because the
were
guy is
going
from here.
into people's
just-
houses, shooting
It
at
seems
people.
like they just wanted to go in and just kill people. Because if it was so important, if it meant so much, when y'all were walking y'all asses up out of there,
You
running
should
off
have
a
taken
bunch of
that shit.
bitches, pick that shit up and take it with you.
Take the gun.
Exactly.
So now these people are like hiding in ambulances, escaping from parliament. Why are you escaping from your people?
Yeah.
You know
'Cause you
you
know
did
you
the
did
wrong
wrong.
thing. Yeah.
You
Why
know
do you
you're
need to, if you
scared.
did nothing wrong, why are you escaping?
I mean, because I saw that a couple of them did go, like, not the crazy ones, but they did go and meet the students, and they went and they helped, and it was like they weren't getting
Those are
attacked.
some opposition leaders who are like,
They were not
shoot the
getting
people.
attacked. Yeah.
This is their house. Why are you shooting them?
So
Like you say in Mombasa.
yeah,
Mombasa, they were really all of them. They were not for the yes. They're actually out there with the protesters protesting. No, and
now-
so it wasn't. It was happening in Nairobi. The major cases.
So now in her region, right?
hmm
At that point, the person who was like, who is like the head of like, he was the governor before, and now he's not.
Joho.
But then he had his person become governor. So like he's like
so he's
the
kind
person
of
who is the governor is like a puppet of that.
yeah, he's the guy behind the
And
guy.
at that point, they were all out in the streets, like, oh, because he was in the position, right?
Mhm.
Well, but he was among the people who was chosen to be a minister, like in this, as like,
Oh,
they were called
Oh,
like,
Joho was not there. It's the governor right now.
yeah, but I'm saying,
Things.
yeah, but I'm saying, like, Joho is now a minister in the.
Yeah, but Joho didn't even go.
So now the people in that region, the leaders in that region, have turned.
Yeah,
oh.
And this is within. This is not even within
couple
a year.
of
This is a couple of months.
months.
Right? These people are like, oh, he must go to now. They're like, let's wait for the services. It's only been 2 years.
Imagine.
So you just gotta imagine how much money if he's dropping millions in churches, how much is he
How much
dropping
money
on
is it?
these?
Exactly.
As if
People
you
to
don't
actually
even know the amount of drugs.
Oh, that's
He's
no doubt.
like the biggest drug
There's
That's
drug
no
lord.
doubt. No doubt.
allegedly.
When
Nobody's gonna get sued for doing shit.
but I
Because we sued.
when he was saying, and I could like clearly see it when he was saying, "Oh, I can't have a poor country. I gotta have a wealthy country." I could clearly see just looking at him like it's got to be wealthy so you can break that.
He ran on. We are not borrowing no more. We've overborrowed. We can't bear. We can't bear the burden of like paying the. This Negro has overborrowed. He has almost
And he has borrowed more.
in his 2
Just the other
years.
day.
In his 2 year term, almost he's done per year 2% more than the previous guy, which means in like if he stays on for like the next 10 years, we will have nothing.
Is it the IMF that he borrows money from?
IMF, Saudi Arabia,
God
everybody,
damn.
China. Because why you gonna go right now in China? And the next week he's in America. Nigga, you need to know where you're gonna be and get some.
Problem.
All he's doing is just indebting your country
Exactly.
to all these monstrous countries. That's insane. That's
Also,
insane.
when he came in, right? This is why I keep telling you, black people is not black people. There's some black people who are devils. We have demons.
Like this one.
It's clearly states in the Bible, if you've read it well, that demons are coming back to infiltrate the earth. They're already there. They are here. These
But I
demons-
just don't understand. Like, you can look at this guy and that's a crook.
So now, when he came in, we had NHIF. That's our national
Health service.
insurance
Yeah.
cover, right?
Yeah,
We had our university pension, whatever. Everything
that's
was
gotta
running.
go.
There was corruption, right? People
Yeah.
stealing, but it was running.
It was work.
If I went to hospital, I had my NHIF card, like my insurance card, I would get services, right? He came in, cleared that shit out,
Of course he did. He's got to get that money from somewhere.
decided, oh, we're going to build something new. We had, how many people were insured under that? We had, I think, 20 something million people insured under the NHIF.
Not bad.
We have now 3 million people insured,
So what happened?
and only 1 million people are paying for the insurance.
Oh, that's gonna fail. that's gonna fail. You can't have 1 to 3 and then top that's so he wants
Mind you, this is people insured. These are like out of what 50 plus
50 million.
55 million people.
That's not gonna work.
1 million people are insured at the government.
They gotta privatize it now.
This is right.
Yeah.
Whatever. This new whatever shit scheme. So now this government is we had the previous like education system was like 8-4-4. It's
Yeah.
like 8 years in like grade school, 4 years in high school, and then 4 years
of
in university. Right?
yeah.
So now, and I'm well versed in like what happens in the country, right? I couldn't even tell you what the fuck is going on because they decided to change that shit. Now everyone is confused. Parents don't even know because now it's like because now there's like junior secondary, but is it in grade school? Like where are the buildings? Because they're like, we're gonna build more schools for these. None have been built. Where are these kids gonna go? That's education. Now, university education, they're like, the shit that was is corrupt, so we need to make some new shit. They make some new shit. People are not getting money no more. Students cannot afford to go to uni no more because we had like a system called HELP, where like if you're like a student from like a poor whatever, it was everyone across the board. It wasn't even caring whether you're poor or whatever. You could access this help and you could get help and then you pay back later, right?
Yeah.
So now apparently like with the new system, you have to prove that you're like come from like a low income, whatever.
Yeah.
Like
you're from a disadvantage.
That some people are like so indirectly like our economy, right? It's mostly informal economy.
It's means testing.
Right? Yeah. Our economy is mostly informal economy.
Yeah.
Most people get money through like it's money, right?
Yeah.
I sell fucking spinach outside. Yeah. I get money. I'm not paying tax or whatever. How the fuck am I supposed to prove my mom who sells spinach on the fucking road? How?
Because there's no paperwork for this.
There's nothing.
I grew it here. I sold it here.
She's a hustler.
That's basically, yeah. I mean, I think that they have a misconception of the term hustler. She's a farmer that's selling her goods.
That's well. Anyway. Whatever. Anyway. So that's a fail now. So now these guys decide, we're going to sell the airport.
To who?
To, what's that?
Saudi Arabia?
No, some Indian company. So we've been protesting ever since this guy, because it's like one thing.
One thing after another.
So this airport thing was the most ridiculous shit you will ever hear in your life.
It's crazy.
These people decide to make a deal with some Indian company. This Indian company, just before the deal went, because people came out in protest and everything, a whistleblower literally in England, a Kenyan in England, saw some papers in an office about a deal. It's called Adani.
Wow. Yeah.
This group has been outsized by Australia, by some countries, like worldwide. They were even indicted by the FBI.
So it's a scam. They're a scam company.
So
and that's what the president made.
So we signed a deal that basically gives them the airport for them to. And then they're supposed to construct it, but then get everything. And they also employ their people in the airport and everything.
How much did he sell it for?
We were supposed to get how many? They were supposed to. They weren't even selling it. It was like an invest. They were investing.
They built the airport and
they were investing a couple of terminals, like two terminals they were going to build, and then they get control over the airport. They take tax. They
bring their people.
They employ workers as well.
Exactly.
Does this? Who fucking
does it to
shit like this? Who does this? How evil could you be to sell a country's asset like this?
I feel like he sold it for himself to make some money, because I don't see how that's not going to cost the country something. Like if you were to build a stadium in a city, the city has to foot some part of that bill. Mm-hmm. So if you guys are going to build 2 terminals on your international airport, the state is going to have to foot some part of that bill. So it's not like you guys are getting anything.
Mind you, this is because Parliament before decides to sign this law that ensures PPP. like private partnership.
Of course, they're privatizing all your
So they
assets.
sign it just before this deal, right? So that this deal can happen.
No.
Okay.
It's fine.
So they decide to sign this deal.
Mm-hmm.
Parliament passes the law.
Yeah.
So that, and by the way, the law is so vague.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we can, and we don't even have to, because our normal processes is like you have to go through public participation before you
Yeah, before you can
anything.
sell
It has to go through public participation, and our law clearly states that before any law is made, it has to go through public participation. But for this specific law, they're like, oh, public participation is not really
because public's gonna say no.
because it's a private partner. It's a private partnership. It's not like it has nothing to do with public. It's a private partnership.
So that the public airport has nothing to do with the public.
Apparently, because it's a private partnership, right?
But it's not private because the public is the state. The state is the.
You know what? Just go.
There's no sense in
Now,
our parliament.
this thing is about a whistleblower in the UK sees some fucking papers, a Gen Z, by the way. Sees some papers and is like, what the fuck? We're about to give away our airport to some Indians. So
Indians are
he leaks it
racist.
to a member of parliament in the opposition. The member of parliament goes and tables this shit in parliament.
Immediately.
So now we all know
Ah.
our airport, and this shit is about to be sold. It's on the brink of, we didn't know shit. Nobody knew shit.
It was just under low, you know?
But
These are deals being done.
Yeah.
Like,
Under the
you
water.
know, deal under the table.
Like
it's
that.
like the table. There's not even table.
Like literally
No,
selling
they're
Kenya.
just- they're just like
slowly.
under everything, just giving away everything.
Mhm.
They're privatizing it, and he's only gonna make money, and the rest of y'all.
The rest of us are gonna
Because tell me what you want me to go to an airport
in my country.
run by Indians in my own country?
Y'all,
Hello. I want brag, bring the brag, bring the bag.
You're gonna-
I'm not bringing the goddamn bag.
you literally are going to get to a point where tickets are gonna be 3-4 times the price.
Right? Because these people have to, they have to
bring back the
they have to like 50 times their investment.
investment.
And I'm sure they're not gonna build that shit.
The only way to
It's not their country.
the only way to solve they're not. The only way to solve this issue is y'all have to get a different government, and they gotta take all that shit back.
That's
No.
2027.
That's
That's
that
when they'll
was-
be gone by then.
now you've heard them. Now we go to what the president ran on most. He was like, oh, you know what's the biggest problem in this country is? The price of the fertilizer is too high because we are a farming country. We rely, our main import is farm goods. It's like, oh, the fertilizer prices are too high. So once I put the fucking Bible down, they're coming down.
That's not how
So, you know
anything works.
We're like,
That's the
fertilizer,
stupidity
you know what?
people do.
This is okay. So after the price of fertilizers come down in quotes. Like
Uh-huh.
it was like
As usual.
the government's like saying, oh, we when you go to like the government places where you buy fertilizer, it's supposed to be like 2,500, right?
Yeah.
This is Kenyan shillings.
Yeah.
You can't find this shit.
No.
Oh, where you?
Where?
They're like, no, they're insisting like, yes, it's 2,500. I'm like, and nobody is finding this
It's
fertilizer.
the same as
You know what happens? We get a shipment, a donation of a lot of fertilizer from Chia.
Yeah.
Prices of fertilizer go down. But people are opening the fertilizers and realizing
It's not fertilizer.
this shit is like some shit. It's like manure mixed with like fertilizer. It's just
100%.
fertilizer.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. You guys sold this shit to us at 2,500, but this it was
The quality has dropped.
It's donation.
It was
First
a
you're saying
donation.
9,000. It's a donation.
So then who
You're
got
not
the
supposed
money?
to sell it.
So who got the money?
This is the crazy shit, right?
Nobody knows who got the money.
The donation was huge. This was tons and tons of fertilizer.
But shit.
So the fertilizer comes in, right? These people repackage.
Oh,
They open up the shit.
hustling.
They
They
repackage it to less of
repackage
how
it,
it's supposed to actually
put
go.
some shit in
Hustler.
this shit,
Mhm.
That's a hustler.
It'll have
and
like
then
that. Exactly.
because we are like, if we got a donation from
I'd
Russia,
kill this guy. I would have to kill him.
if we got a donation from Russia, right?
I'd kill him
So it's like it's a donation, so you're supposed to give it out free.
for free.
So they're like, oh, but they were like cost for like. I'm like, okay, sure, it's costs. So how the fuck is this fertilizer not even fertilizer? How are you gonna sell some shit that is not
That's
even
not
shit?
even
But
fertilizer.
my question would then be, what does he mean there's cost? If you go to Red Cross, someone has to pay to get those things wherever the Red Cross is,
Mhm.
and the Red Cross then turns around and still gives it to you for free.
Yes.
But it's like you're the government. How it just that's so-
Well, I also pay for the churches, and I got a bribe. I'm gonna pay for my bribe, but y'all don't give me money.
now that's the amount of shit. Now we're hearing that we've been funding fucking Sudanese rebels, and now the Sudan government wants to even shut down fucking our air. They want to shut us down from like passing through the
Airspace.
airspace because
And we
our
have
president
to.
got money from fucking the rebels,
The rebels.
in Sudan. So they came in our fucking house. We have like a, what's it called? KICC. We have like that he wanted to sell as well.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
A national asset. He wanted to
It
say,
is
oh,
fine.
no, we are losing money on this, blah, blah, blah. Nigga, fucking figure out a way to make money. Listen. He's like, oh, we're losing money.
He's the
We need to
worst
sell.
hustler
I'm
I've
like,
ever heard of.
what?
That's why now you see that's why Kenyans are tired.
This is why.
Kill him.
If the chance I will.
Telling you.
I'd rather go to jail
Yeah.
or die for finishing this man.
And this, I'm telling you, you grow up with someone back home.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we're coming up together. We come up like we are from humble beginnings, right? You get lucky, you go out here. Why the fuck am I even here in the first place?
Yeah.
Because this is not. I don't want to leave, but I don't want to stay here. But I have to leave. Why?
I mean, I kind of feel like y'all. I looked at that dude and I'm like, that's a crook. That's a crook.
We know he
Now,
is.
you think black people? This is why I'm okay. You think, oh, once white people are gone. Like, oh no.
Nothing that's the case.
That's
Niggas
worse.
are- we have people. We had Idi Amin who used to eat niggas.
Well, he didn't eat. He ate mainly women, but
Still.
Negroes,
he didn't eat like.
Negritos, hello.
He did eat a dick or two. So.
He had the parts in his fridge.
So
We're not even talking about the Congo. We're like right now.
I mean,
we us have. Do you know how many? Do you know Congo is the richest country in Africa,
resource-wise,
yeah.
resource-wise? Probably in the world.
I could say so. Yeah.
No, I couldn't even say so. I know so.
Huh?
They have cobalt. They had a gold fucking mountain.
Yeah.
Now
They had a mountain made of gold. Niggas were fucking. Anyway, niggas. Why? And you know the funniest thing, like back home, right? If I kill someone, back
Yeah.
home, if I killed someone, you see the whole community where I live.
oh, you went to the store.
Mhm.
Did you go to the American store?
No.
Because
I did. I did.
this is how community-based we are, right? And this is how much we value life back at home. If you kill someone, you get arrested, right? You go to court. Even if you're found innocent, your community will never accept you back. People don't even come close to you. People will like walk on the other side of the street when you're walking on the. People are like, we don't want nothing. You have to move.
Yeah.
Like people will not even sell you milk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious about this.
Okay.
We are so serious. Am I lying?
I get it.
I don't even know people who killed in my own area because they are not. It's like people who probably killed where I live are people who moved because they were known they killed from somewhere else.
Yeah. I mean, we did that to a lot of our killers.
We value life so much, and for especially young lives, right? So for us to see, like, when I see like all these goddamn abductions still happen, there are people who are killed today. Didn't you just show me the news?
Mhm.
Some people are gunned down
Five
protesting
people.
today in some places. Like, what
In Mandera.
are we doing?
After
What
the
are we doing?
It's not going to stop. He's got like what, another 3 years?
And this is the craziest part, right? Kenya, even if right now with all our problems, we are still one of the best countries.
You know,
There is
yeah.
the country. We are now what, the fifth in GDP wise.
The issue, the issue is that in another 2-3 years, will that still be true?
Probably.
I mean, because if you keep selling off all your goods and your assets,
We almost, like, if we go with the president was just the other day buying from China. Also, how you buying like 100 million? Like, well, what project are we doing with like 100 million? Because you're gonna steal like 70 million of that. Like, what fuck are we even doing? Because 70 million is just gone. It's gone.
it's just going to disappear.
It's gone. Like, do you know how there's a guy on TikTok who goes around just, oh, this project was
Gone.
given like 500 million. The money was dispensed by, but look, it's a fucking well. This is supposed to be a dam. It's a well. Ah, do you know how painful it is for a black person to see another? Like, I grow up with you. We grew up together, right? You go up. Now you're coming back in your big ass luxury cars in fucking dirt roads. How are you gonna come? Your time is coming. Time is coming.
I mean, that's all he's doing is just privatizing all your public goods. They're selling off the value of your country. That's all he's doing.
Because now he's a billionaire. He's a multi-billionaire now.
Of course he is. That money got to go somewhere.
And almost the whole parliament is now infiltrated. Parliament doesn't even pass laws no more. They just go and just like, oh, suck his dick. Suck his
The
dick.
crazy thing is like all these countries that he sold all your wealth off to, they're not going to accept him. They're not going to let him in.
You know what? See now the BBC's come. Who controls the BBC? People are coming after you now.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to come after him.
They're coming after
And
you.
then you cannot profit from the fruit of a poisonous tree.
Okay.
They're going to take all his money and throw his ass in jail.
We are gonna take all your money and throw you in jail. Not only are we going to throw
I
you
think
in
they're
jail,
gonna
you and like 10 of your generations are not even, you're not even, we don't care. You, your kids, their kids, their kids' kids, their kids' kids, and their kids' kids need to, you know what? We even need to fucking do something about your spawn. Because we don't want that shit to come no more.
You treat them like Hitler.
Because now you're gonna start, your devil babies are gonna start roaming the world.
Wow.
Do we want devil babies going? A devil?
It doesn't necessarily mean.
I don't give a fuck. He's too evil. Let me tell you something. There's evil and then there's pure evil.
I don't even know if what he's doing is evil or not.
It's not. It's pure evil. Let me tell you something.
It's fucked up, but I don't know if it's evil.
No. It's pure evil. Because you know what he does after that? He will go to church and kneel down and pray.
But there are people out there who do believe that I can do whatever sin I want, but if I do 10 Hail Marys and get good with God, I'm good. And that's how a lot of people live their lives.
No, he's evil.
I know well,
you know what? If you say because he came to us very humble, he's like, oh, you know, I'm from the church, blah blah. And by the way, he mostly got elected because of the church, and then he turned against the church because the church turned against him. The church was like, "Oh, we don't want
I
that."
don't.
And he starts coming out like, "Oh, now the churches are doing too much. The churches should just do church stuff. They should not be involved in politics. No one should not be. Politics
I
is
don't.
how we live."
I think that like he's misconstruing the idea of what the church is doing. The church isn't against him. They're saying you shouldn't do this, and the fact that they're saying don't do something is what he considers them to be the enemy.
The church is against bad morals,
Yeah, that's
and
it.
that is what
That's
you
what it
are.
is. Yeah.
You are a bad moral. You are pure evil.
I
You
don't
know,
know.
you stink of evil. Nigga, you stink of evil. You will die 100 times because your death will be so painful. Some of us will have to, your grave will have to be protected because we will come and piss on that fucking grave like the Kanye song.
I just don't know if what he's doing is evil, even though what he's doing is wrong. I don't know if it makes it evil because you look at back in history at all the countries who also sold off their wealth to the IMF, to America, to China, to all these other countries. They did the same thing, and I don't know if
No,
they're
listen
evil
to
or
me.
not.
Listen to me. Why are you killing kids?
Why are you killing kids? It's not about
But-
selling.
Because
Kids
people,
killing,
I'm telling you,
shooting.
no police officer, no soldier will just shoot. You have to have orders from
Direct
somewhere.
directory orders. Yeah.
But I mean, I live in America. We shoot children all the time. We have school shootings, so
Yeah,
America
but
is
us is
America.
different. That's why I'm telling.
I know that's why I'm saying that Africa is different. So since Africa is different in this aspect, y'all just have to kill them. There's no other salvation.
You see the guy who
He's gotta
tried to shoot Trump? Please release him to Kenya. Or give us your tactics, please.
Just give him the guns.
Mhm.
That's all he needs is a sniper. And I feel like that's what he's doing. He's walking around with his head up high because he knows no one can do anything to him. But the problem
I don't
is,
want you to die. I want
I
you to
want
die
him to suffer.
painfully.
And dying
You
once.
will suffer. You will hang.
well, the thing about it is, you know how like in a lot of societies we take a person and then do something bad to them so to be a warning to another person. I kind of feel like y'all just have to take these people out.
Not doing something bad for a warning. Want him to suffer slowly.
Now let me.
You see how these families are still suffering because people died like that.
But you gotta also then look at it. He is just the tip of the crown. If he has to suffer, doesn't everyone beneath him who allowed it to
Yeah, they
happen
all-
also have to
They all
suffer?
have to suffer.
So everybody has to go.
Some of them have already suffered. The
Because
people took care of
right
them.
after that, like people are like,
Where people are like,
it's like our member of parliament.
I don't
right?
know, I remember. Remember when we had the phone numbers of all the members of parliament and addresses and their families?
Oh,
So
Call
yes,
them.
there are people who actually suffered.
Most of them blocked
And they
their numbers,
chilled,
like, they didn't
yeah.
do numbers because like
So if you had businesses, your businesses was burned down.
burn down, yeah.
Yeah, that's how it's like suffer slowly. That's what we mean.
But it's not enough to stop them from voting yes to
But some members
Their
of
kids also
parliament,
are alive.
even today, can go back to their homes.
That's true.
They can go back to where they're
Because
from.
we know you.
Well, I mean, if I got a couple $1 million, I should go buy a new home.
Also, let's not even
You will
forget.
never forget. Your mother did nothing to us, but you'll have to come back for your mother.
Let's not even forget.
Unless now you're very inhumane to forget.
yeah.
You gotta be inhumane to start. You're asking for humanity from people who did an inhumane thing in the beginning.
Your mom.
Then they all of a sudden found humanity now that they're suffering a
Because
little
it's
bit.
their relatives.
I mean, even if it's their relative,
Their
are they still voting with the president? I mean, they can't do anything. He can't do anything without them saying it's a law. He's just a man.
Now, let's not even forget, just the other day, Parliament wanted to add to their salaries. They wanted to earn more, they wanted to pass a bill, because it's Parliament, they can do this shit, pass a bill to earn more than they already do. Now, this is a doctor in like back home, like a good doctor. You get like 250
A year?
a month.
US? Oh, no. So that can't be
I'm
USD.
Kenyan shilling,
That's
sorry.
Kenya shilling. Okay.
I'll compare it because I want to give.
That's
context to
2,000
this shit.
euros.
So they are making quite a
Like
bit of money.
2,200, 2,300.
Let me
Doctor, man.
for like
2,300 for just a doctor?
Oh, is it 2,000?
It's gotta be more than that. Hopefully, it's more than that.
It's 230, sorry. 230,000.
okay. This is a good doctor. I'm not talking like bullshit. This is doctor. Doctor.
Yeah.
So
So doesn't it make
So
y'all
you
wealthy?
get like around
Yes,
2,000.
20,
You get it
2,000,
like
yeah.
2,000.
2,000,
As a
2,000
good doctor,
euros. Yes.
don't y'all make that much here?
Yeah.
So y'all make as much as a doctor.
Back home.
No, I'll
That's
get more because this
crazy.
you get taxed on this. Anyway.
Yeah, you get taxed on that too.
Oh.
Yeah, you get this.
Oh, that's just like
This
that's
is
net.
That's
yeah.
yeah.
That's
Oh
That's
no.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna be a doctor then. Fuck
So
that.
now give you a member of parliament who just goes and sit down.
And sleep and talk nonsense.
Most of them don't. There was even a list of people who've never talked in like 10 years plus.
And they've been in that parliament.
They get. Do you want to be shocked? They get 11,000.
What? 11,000?
That's like plus.
And they
Euros.
That's like
they don't pay
plus.
taxes because they work for the government. The government
They
pays
pay
taxes.
taxes.
No, they pay
themselves.
taxes.
You can't pay tax to yourself.
No, they pay
They
taxes.
pay taxes.
Well, who they pay taxes to? The government? They are the government.
They
How do you
pay
pay taxes
taxes.
to yourself?
They still pay taxes.
We all pay taxes.
Crazy.
It's a country of taxes. We pay
Yeah.
taxes. So anyway,
We live on taxes.
this is like. No, maybe that's a bit exaggerated. But it's because there's
1.5
what's it called like their allowances. So plus allowances, you get about maybe if you're like a normal one, right?
Mhm.
You get like 9,000 euros.
Then itself.
Okay. This is also do not forget these allowances. There's sitting allowances. Like they get allowances to sit in parliament.
Yeah.
They get car allowances. They get
Yeah,
house allowances.
yeah.
They get allowances.
And then if they go out to eat, someone's gonna you know.
If they go out the country, they'll get allowances
to
for
that.
that and shit. You know, so a doctor is getting 2,000.
And they're getting 4 times the amount.
You're getting 4 times. Just think about the chicken setup. How much do you think that person is getting? Probably getting like 50.
50 a month is pushing it. That's a lot.
Alpha, that is too much.
What?
Basic salary is 435,000.
Plus allowances?
435 a month though? That's
Like that's the basic salary first.
Uh,
And then
Okay, because that's a million plus.
So this is 2024. So the salary, the lead majority, 2024, 2025. Lead majority leader.
I mean, if you're making 2 times the amount, that's still more, and you still need more on top of that. You're already making double the amount of the highest.
Wait, member of parliament.
That's crazy. That's too much money. That's too much money. You live in a society in which everything is not like you're not paying billions of dollars for the item in the first place.
So the basic salary is like
Sitting salary is 7,500. So monthly minimum is 120,000.
That's just to sit in parliament.
yeah.
So then, if you have a seat on a committee, it's more. And if you are the leader of that committee, it's even more. And if you have a position in the ministry, it's even more.
You read this shit. Read the benefits that they're allowed to have. Remember that a doctor will get 250 net.
Okay. Oh, and this is just monthly.
Those are benefits that they're allowed to have.
Of course, they're going to give themselves this kind of money. They're voting for their own paychecks. They're going to definitely give themselves that kind of money. That much money.
It's not.
And they're still not happy. I don't understand.
They want more.
You live in a country in which you live a comfortable life.
So I will explain to you how like a member of parliament because we like our news is very robust, right? Like they have to go. We have like morning news. They go. They have to explain this shit that happened yesterday and the day before. Like what the fuck is happening? They always have like panels where there's like CNN and shit.
Yeah.
So a member of parliament who is like in the government is asked like, so how do you justify wanting more money?
Yeah.
Because people are suffering down here.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you know what? Think about this.
Okay.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't get like like even the car allowance I get is like 100,000, right?
And
Say I want to take my car, I want to go back to my village, right? That would take me, like, I need to take a plane to go over there, and then I need to send my driver with my car to go there as well. If my driver stays there and my driver and my assistant stay there for like a week, then I have to pay for their hotels, I have to pay for this, I have to pay for this. I paid for my flight. And so that, because I need my car, so they are going to come with the car. So plus the fuel of this car, because I have to go around my village and whatever. So now all these costs are not included in the 100,000 that we are getting already for car.
And then my response would be, yeah, but the people don't have a car allowance. They can't fly to their villages. They can't do this and they can't do that. You know what they get? Zero. So you can also get zero.
How about you drive your goddamn self?
You just don't drive it at all.
Or drive, exactly.
Get your ass on the bus.
Take the goddamn bus.
Your trains work. Get your ass on the train. And then on top of it, to say that they pay for their own tickets, it's nonsense. The government pays for their tickets.
Yep.
So it's just a crazy thing to say.
Because that's the budget of, like, because you're using this money as part of, some of the money is part of the budget that is allocated to your constituency.
Yeah.
So now you start.
I don't get it. Like, if they have so much money, why don't they just build up? Say if they care so much about their villages, just build up your village.
Here's the report that says we are losing every day. We are losing 20 billion to corruption every day. How do you lose a whole fucking 20 billion on a daily fucking basis?
I mean, I can see how America do it, but I don't see how Kenya could do it.
That means people
I don't see it.
But it makes sense because people are out here buying private jets, people out here buying choppers and shit. People don't even drive no more. Some of these niggas. So
I mean, at this point, I kind of feel like the only salvation for y'all country is if y'all get a bunch of those the millennials and the Gen Z to replace these people.
What's the worst part is that have you seen a Kenyan slum before?
I think I did.
Let me show you, because I don't want you to.
I mean, they're like shanty towns.
You're making it seem.
So it's actually like a shanty town is a little too good for them.
You're making it seem like Shani. So Shani, I'm like. Oh.
I just don't understand how, if you're allocated money for your constituents, use the money. Like
they're not toilets. It's not flying toilets. Everything you see that is water is garbage water, and people have to. And this is the biggest slum in Africa as well. Yes.
How do you, as a politician, see this degradation and just like?
Do you know people live in cardboard houses?
Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah. Do you know they toilet in a paper and they?
Yeah.
It's called flying toilet. No, I mean it. No, I mean it. You cannot have proper, because the whole place is full of sewages. So wherever it's gonna land, it's gonna land.
Flying.
Yeah, they're called flying toilets, and I'm not joking.
So it's like a plastic bag.
Exactly. You shit there, and you wrap it, you throw it. Right? It's gonna. The whole place is just sewages. So it might land on my roof when it rains. Or it may land on the sewages and just ride along. There we go. So yeah,
I just don't understand.
Exactly, and this is all this money should go somewhere, but it's going to cars
across the river. It's one of the richest,
like suburbs.
No, not even suburbs. Karen.
Yep.
The president even lives there.
Yep. So basically,
this is the richest people.
I assume that they got
I used to go.
They have like armed security there, I would assume.
Exactly, yeah. And they have like
you can't even go into the
these houses. These houses, you have these places where you have big forest to walk through because it's a drive-through to get to the house.
The place.
That's how rich these people are there.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
The roads are nicely paved. There's no dust. And there's dust everywhere.
Everywhere else there's dust. There's no dust there.
There's no dust there. Okay, so the posh, the air is clean. Mind you,
different.
this is across the goddamn
river.
It's like
See, river, slum, the way
I want to remind all of you.
Is it actual? Is it a real river or is it like?
No, it's a dump river.
Yeah,
It's a sewage river. This is shit.
So all these wealthy people come out of their homes, drive past the slums, the degradation of their brothers and sisters.
No,
There's
they
a
have another-
wonderful.
Oh, they take another road.
There's a wonderful.
So they don't
road
even look
that-
at.
Oh no, you see the slum, but there's a wonderful road that will just it will be like a glass. It will be like
Yeah.
the road is wonderful. Oh,
It's beautiful.
Magnificent.
They have really good schools along the road.
If you were a good president, it would take
Something to see over
10,
there.
5 years for there to be no more slums. 5, 10 years, no slums. And you wouldn't have to worry about it. I don't understand.
It wouldn't take that short of a time, but
It would.
No,
I mean, it would
because
take a lot of money.
they're also stubborn too. Those in the slums.
Oh, they just want to live. They don't want to live like
No.
because there's now people who are like
There are people who want to live there.
there are people who you see the slums. You see
Is it that
there are
bad to
people,
where they're like, I'd rather live in the slums?
yeah,
Or is
because there are people who live rich in the slum.
In the slums.
Like,
yeah.
oh, they're like a
outside-
king.
Yes.
Outside is like, but inside you have a whole fucking 65-inch.
Like
Really good.
they made it look poor on the outside.
But on the inside, they're living like kings.
Some people,
Some.
but most are suffering.
But
99%
some
are suffering.
are benefiting from the government. Like they created some houses which they were supposed to move to. So they're renting
they're
them.
renting the
Yep.
house
They're
out.
living in the slum.
Yes.
Oh, because that makes
So
more
this
sense.
is why
Yep.
you cannot really change everything.
It's complicated now.
Mhm.
The government, because of all these shenanigans, now it's complicated.
Yeah, that's
right.
why.
Because now the government is like, oh, we're going to do government housing
Yeah.
to remove these people from the ghetto.
Yeah.
And create
So
this
they create
space.
government
Yeah,
housing.
because that would have been my
There's
response.
some
That's just
buildings-
There's some building they started
There's
creating
some buildings were made. A lot
Yeah,
of buildings were
actually,
like, but
for them to
then
move in.
they're like, oh, you guys have okay. I'll take that. You have your own apartment. You have that apartment. You have
Mhm.
that apartment. But these people are like, that's our source of income now.
Yeah,
We didn't even have shit.
yeah.
Now we have something.
So now we have something to
Uh,
actually earn off of.
I feel like personally, in my opinion, you sometimes have to force people to do the right thing. I would have built the house and knocked down their slum.
Some of the, you know,
They'll build it back up. There's no doubt
So,
about it.
you know, these are right.
there are.
Not to say it in a bad way, but these are one of the most violent people living in this area.
Of course, they got nothing to
It's
lose.
not even about violent people.
It's also
like
violent.
there's over 6 million people
It's a lot.
living
So
in
you're
the slums.
going to try and
6
fight with all these
mi-
In that
yes.
one particular,
Yes.
that particular one has 6 million people.
6 million people.
It's like New York.
Yes.
That's crazy. Is it that great? I kind of want to see what's
It is
going on.
very
You should go and see.
I don't want to because I now feel like I don't want to get hit by a flying toilet.
Yes, it's very. Or
No one's
step on
gonna.
one.
It's just like it smells bad, and people are used to
You
it.
step on it, you.
Oh, no, you know how to walk. Like, come on.
Yeah, you know how to avoid it.
Also, people they're like they try to make it better, but it's not good because they're not toilets. Like people are flying. They're toilets, but is there really which
I kind
toilet?
of feel like perhaps we should build a better society, but you kind of got to let them live how they want to live.
No.
But you got to take their children. If they have a child, I kind of have to take it.
They will make more. These people are
Hey,
giving birth
each
like
time you
rats.
make them, I got to take them because I can't. You can live there, but you can't force my
this
my
is-
society.
But
to-
you
But the
know what
thing
is
is-
happening? These people, you know how many children have disappeared, and you know what they say?
What?
Because I've watched some of the documentaries, they're like, you know, my child disappeared 2 years ago. She was 2 years. But what can I do? Anyway, I have this small one here now.
I replaced
Yeah.
it. I replaced the underwear.
Yeah, like you see, this is how fast the life moves on because they cannot dwell on one.
Then
Yes.
that's just how lost they are.
Exactly.
Because that's insane. My child is
is.
missing, and I'm like, oh, which one was it? AB? AB's gone. We got CD over here though.
yeah.
But back to the protests, when like some of you are so insensitive to people's tragedy, right? I come out here like I'm crying because my child was abducted after the protests. Minister for Security comes out and he's like, "Oh, that child probably like
On
went out
drugs.
with their boyfriend or something."
Imagine.
Like what?
That like personally as a
Is this? And mind you, this is like there's like 20 plus children who are missing. And this is not like, you know how we even know they're abducted? Because CCTV cameras are everywhere. Like,
Then we can see your
outside businesses, shops.
And
like
you say
people
they
are like,
went for disco.
when the government is being told like you're the ones, they're like no. Also defying court orders as well. The court comes out. They're like, oh, we need this people, this person, this person, this person
Yeah.
to be produced by the police because we know you're the ones
You have
backing
them.
these niggas. We can see the video. There's a fucking video. The police are like, oh, we don't have them.
Of course they're gonna lie.
Those are like insurgents. Sorry, I don't even know this word. Anyway.
It's like the way that this is going is you guys are gonna have a constitutional issue.
No, the police boss, who is like the person head of the police,
Like the chief.
he's ordered by the court to attend court. He refuses to go the first time, refuses to go the second time. The third time he comes out, the day he's like, oh, we're now going to arrest the police chief, like they're going to make orders to arrest the police chief.
Oh, he's like, he's coming.
Because the other one was the person who was in charge, like we have like your FBI.
Yeah.
We call it DCI back home.
Mm-hmm.
The last one in the previous government was ordered to go because he refused to attend court. He was in prison. He was given summons to be jailed. But police don't jail.
Yeah.
Like the police head chief, so they allowed him. But you know what the court did? They were like, you will be jailed eventually. They gave it like a free for like because you don't want to go now because you will go to court, but eventually it doesn't matter whether it's in this administration or the next one. You're gonna go in at some point.
That's crazy, and like you can't allow people to do that. He's now above the law.
That's what I'm saying.
And that issue, I'd be like, oh, you don't want to do it as a public servant? Okay, keep fire. Give me somebody else. I'm going to keep firing you until I get somebody that's going to do what I tell you to do. Yeah. That's all I need.
Now, judges are being threatened as well. There's a judge who was...
child was killed. There's one whose child was killed.
The police protection, like police protection from judges being withdrawn because they make like certain like judgments and rulings and shit against the government. And so that what is going on? When has this even?
Like this is a democratic country, quote unquote.
You guys are moving towards a dictatorship, and that's why I call him king.
I mean, already there, but anyway.
Yeah, we doing the same thing, and we see how bad it is there.
But for us, for black people to do this to other black people makes no sense. Because how are we not feeling like you prospering, me prospering, us prospering together is a... Because see now, I live in a slum, across the road, from across a fucking river where I can jump to get to you. When shit gets done, where do you think I'm going to go?
I'm coming to you. Absolutely.
I'm coming and getting your ass.
That's why I said, is there armed security? Because if there ain't, I'm coming to get you.
Oh, there ain't. We're coming.
I'm coming to get you tonight.
We coming.
I'm coming to get you tonight.
We coming.
I mean, but that goes back to the statement that not all kinfolk are not all skinfolk are kinfolk. Because like, not all black people are black people.
Most of them aren't.
You know, because the moment that you care more about the green than you care about the black, you got a problem. Because now you're an issue.
You gotta go.
You gotta go.
You gotta go.
It's that simple. You got to go.
You got to go.
I mean, because that's crazy. I just don't see how life doesn't have to be that hard for people. And you can get away with a lot of stuff. Say if you have the whole cake. Mm-hmm. Black people, you take half the cake for yourself. Just leave the other half for all of us together.
Everybody else.
You know what? Like, for me personally, right? Because, like in America, right? Trump comes and says, I'm going to take them out, whatever. And he's taking them out. But how are you going to come to us and tell us, oh, as soon as I put this Bible down, prices are going down?
Yeah, but that is just such a foolish statement. To even believe it, it makes me call into question the person that believed it. He put the Bible... Okay, say I'm selling fertilizer. I'm selling fertilizer for $100. You put the Bible down, the price is going to come down. No, it's still $100.
Say you don't even do what you promised, right? How are you even undoing the good shit that was done before you? How are you selling a whole fucking airport? That was so that shit almost got done beneath our fucking noses as well. And I think they don't already sold like
y'all won't even notice until like the name change. I'm like, why did you change the name of the airport? That's crazy.
It used to be International Kenya. It's now India Basiri Basmati International. I don't know. I just don't know.
And then it's so. I mean, I don't understand personally. I just don't like. This is what when I was talking about the whole situation. If it was me and I was doing the planning for the whole protest, no one's getting out of that building. I don't care where you go. I don't care what you get into. No one's getting out of that building.
You're gonna get shot before you
I'm just gonna get shot. I'm gonna make sure my lieutenants know, my capos know. Bro, if I go down, you pick up the flag. No one gets out of that building.
But again, listen, we were doing peaceful protest. And by the way, because the president came out and because of the pressure he was feeling like he was going. So he does away with the finance bill. He's like, oh, I hear people now. Oh, now I hear. And then the people who are behind him are the people who he forced to vote yes. And they're like, niggas, didn't you just vote yes?
Exactly.
Were you not convinced by your yes? Exactly. Why are you clapping for this now? What's wrong with you?
Exactly. It's those same people.
What of insanity are we doing?
I mean, think about how Trump does his tariffs. They're like, I love tariffs. And then when he does it, this is some dumb shit. Oh my God, oh my God.
You need to go back.
You gotta go back, gotta turn around and looking dumb in the face. The crazy thing
and
is.
And saying the most dumb shit is that China are coming back to the table. No, they aren't.
Why would I come back to the table?
No, they aren't.
And China was like, we'll come back to the table if you remove all the tariffs.
All of them.
All of them.
Including the auto tariffs.
Exactly.
Which now will kill your...
Exactly.
Because those goddamn Chinese cars are great as
They're pretty good.
Fuck.
I got
they are good.
Pretty good.
This goddamn shit is bouncing.
Yeah.
They are flying. Yeah. The goddamn cars are flying.
Well, I don't know if they're flying.
No, they're flying.
Okay, well.
No, they're flying. They're fucking swimming as well.
I know that they swim.
They goddamn swim.
I know that
they are flying. I'm telling you, they're flying.
I mean, okay. Well.
We had a contract. Kenya had a contract with a Chinese company for them flying cars as well. Which we paid.
Well, I think you probably could make a car fly.
Now, this is where even
magnets maybe
don't kill us. This nigga don't paid $500 million for the Grammys to come to Kenya. Because apparently, so people are like, so he does this forums.
This is what will happen.
So these forums are like, so now he's like with youth people and with people in like the creative industry, right?
Yeah.
So like he goes like, we even have a plan to have like the Grammys come here. We are on our way. We're in the process of talks and stuff. And he's like, yeah, we're in the talk. And he's like, we even paid for it. But the aide is like, no, I'm not even sure. The aide is like, he's trying to even get you out of this shit. He's like, no, I don't think we've even. The president, no, we've paid for it. We've paid $500 million.
I don't think we did that yet.
The president comes up and says, we can did a deal for like $500 million. The Grammys are coming to get. The Grammys didn't come. So now, on the other day, I'm looking at another panel. They're asking, so now the Grammys are not here. They're like, oh no, that was a bid. You know how you make a bid for so you have to pay for the bid. But apparently, like the money, you're gonna get back the money if the bid is unsuccessful. That guy's talking to.
He is a worse dealer than Donald Trump.
Generations, because we're not gonna allow demons to roam around.
That's crazy, dude. Man, we paid $500 million for them to tell us no.
His aide is like, no. He's like, no, we don't pay it already. We don't pay. It's $500 million. It's 500. 500.
Like this.
I'm like,
it would be entertaining if it wasn't so devastating.
Oh, okay. You know what? At this point,
yeah, might as well.
Now that everyone is getting something, right, to the president,
but
Because I want a president. I want a jet.
My question would be this: if you say you're willing to pay 500 million for a day for the Grammys to show up, why not just spend that 500 million on your people?
Now, see,
How many people are in Kenya? 70 million?
55,
55 million.
60 million.
You're literally giving damn near $1 million to everyone. A million, because they don't take Kenyan shilling, they take USD. So you could have literally given each Kenyan almost $1 million USD.
No, this is not a million. 500 is not 500 million USD. This is Kenyan shillings.
What?
Makes no sense.
So, I mean, no.
Especially commerce. Our budget is what? It was 3 point something.
Billion.
It's gonna be 4 trillion this year.
Yeah.
Billings.
Yeah, that's still like billions of dollars.
Yeah. So now it's like, also, by the way, the money that we get is like 2 trillion, like from taxes and shit.
Yeah.
That is expected to get, we're about to get like 2.8 from like the projected tax collection, whatever.
It will
It's
be.
2.8. So the rest, and then the parliament wants to pass a 4 trillion budget.
How are you going to pay for it?
Borrowing.
Oh, going to borrow it.
Yeah.
Okay.
A whole 2 trillion, double.
But
What we make is what we are going to borrow.
But what are they using it for?
Now,
Okay.
let me telling you about the chickens.
Yeah.
You can have 2 chickens today. But in Kenya, you could have 2 chickens today. Tomorrow, you could own you could own all the goddamn chickens and the whole goddamn happens. Because who's going to fund the biggest hotel being made in Eastern Central Africa, which belongs to who?
Yeah, who's going to belong to? It's not going to
Oh,
belong
it's
to the
gonna-
country.
All the stolen land. You know the style. You know the people. We know. We all know. We all know. There's shit you don't stop. 5 generations.
Oh, at least it's no longer 10. 5 is probably fine.
It's 7 the next time.
I mean, I
Because read the Bible.
he is not the devil. He's just doing very bad stuff.
If he's not the devil, then he's an agent of the devil.
That's possible.
Fuck. This is the worst part is, I'm telling you, just listen to me. If I go tomorrow to a place, I go to the slum tomorrow.
Yeah.
You can see people, you see the children fucking swimming in shit.
Okay, I know, I get it. I'm just saying, he's probably a Pharisee.
And then that night, go to Saudi Arabia, sign some shitty deal that is gonna take more from this kid, giving this kid more debt.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then tomorrow, go to a church
And then Hail Mary.
and sing.
But
What's the song I always sing about? When the saints
but the thing about it is,
go
like,
marching
why don't the churches just close their doors to him? You don't have to let him in.
It's the president.
I'm not even the president. Donald Trump can't go into a black church.
This is like every other Sunday, right?
Yeah.
He will go and make a donation of like 5 million, 10 million. But you don't even make that much. Like a president, a pay for a president is like 1.7, 1.8 million. How are you giving out 5 million?
That's crazy. I don't even.
Because now, last year, or the beginning of this year or sometime, we find out that there's a budget, a secret budget that is given to State House. That is worth billions. A secret budget. In our budget, there's a secret budget.
You can't have a secret budget behind the. It's like having 2 ledgers. You're stealing money.
There's allocation to State House that we don't even know about. It's called miscellaneous. How the fuck are we gonna call billions miscellaneous? I'm out here just.
Sometimes you donate it here and you donate to yourself.
I'm telling you, the vocabulary that we've had in this country
Just
the last few years
very expansive.
has been we've heard insurgents.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's miscellaneous.
Yeah.
I don't heard so many fucking new terms. I'm like, Mister, I can't even spell that shit. I can't even spell that shit. Miscellaneous.
I kind of say y'all have to kind of kill him.
No, we will have to. We all prepared to. We all have to be prepared to die at this point. Like, don't give a fuck about your goddamn. I'm out here right now, but next year I'm going because I already have a voter's ID card. I didn't vote for this nigga before. I'm not gonna vote for him. You know what? I'm threatening your niggas. I'm doing the trend right now.
Why don't
Y'all had better pay me for no.
why don't you just go back and run yourself?
Run what?
Run as a candidate.
You know how much you need to even do like a campaign? You need millions of dollars to like. Yes. Oh my god. You know what a presidential campaign costs back home? Millions, probably hundreds of millions.
But I thought that he was like carrying a wheelbarrow and. That's crazy.
The wheelbarrow will come in the fucking truck, the very back, the goddamn car. He came in with the best Lexus out there with bulletproof shit and everything. The fucking, I can't even go where I want to go because now you done broke the goddamn roads going from one town to another town. I can't even do business the way I want it. Also, now you're trashing because all your shit is everywhere.
But the crazy thing is, he can't fix it. He's tied by borrowing all of this money. He's basically given the country as leverage to other people.
No, he's now accumulating money for the next election.
But he's gonna lose. It doesn't matter how much he, y'all think he's still gonna win? A person that killed children?
So now.
Oh, well, Donald Trump did win, so.
So now, there's something called the light switches at night. At night, sometimes on election days, the lights just go off. And who you thought was gonna be,
it's not gonna be.
It's not gonna be. At some point, you're like, oh, we're watching, like, oh, the results. Oh, it's it's not. The next time the lights are on, it's like, oh, it's a new winner.
It looks like it's been switched.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, when that happened, the person that I wanted to, happened to be on my. But anyway, now, yeah, lights do go off. People do get abducted at those points. People do die, fucking meandering. So you go to a polling station with no one. You hear like there was like hundreds of thousands of people. Like that polling station had no one.
That's crazy.
The people write some shit down. It's just
y'all country's a trip. I don't know what to say. All I can say is just like you gotta kill. You gotta kill just a lot of people.
And mind you, this is one of the best countries to live in Africa. Like it doesn't get better than this. Our country, like you're probably more safer in our country than like even South Africa.
I'm not afraid of what's happening personally. I'm more afraid of what's happening societally because you can't destroy the education system. You can't destroy the health system. You can't destroy the transportation system. You can't destroy all of this and think you're going to have a functioning country.
He's even destroying the manufacturing sector because now with all this fucking, because the electricity, I think electricity at this point is privatized.
Oh, that's
so now the price of electricity is so high. Manufacturing, like most manufacturing,
they can't afford
it. They can't afford it. So many people have been laid down. It's become like a shit. But all now out of a fucking sudden, Kenya is the best country, even overthrowing Ethiopia, has been leading like the eastern, we are like East Africa, but the eastern part is like Ethiopia, which is like because it's a huge economy. There's a lot of people over there.
But you make a lot of money when you sell off your national goods. You make a lot of money once.
But who is making the money though?
Anyway, he's making the money. The country makes it, but he pockets it.
Y'all
don't get shit. You
don't get nothing from that shit. So now
y'all are gonna see how like the same thing happened in Venezuela, where their goods were sold off to the IMF, to China, to America. And now they're in basket case.
There's even is it like what country did I hear? Is it some country that they had to like give up their port to China?
Yeah.
Which one?
And by the way, did you even know our port, our Kenyan port, where you come from, that port was leveraged for the loan we took for our railway.
I know.
So if we default on our fucking railway payments,
They own the
they
port.
own the fucking port. Who fucking makes a deal like that?
A person that's looking out for themselves. He lost to a person from Djibouti.
That was so painful, by the way. And by the way, the person who was going, I didn't even want him to win. But I wanted him to win because I didn't want to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
Him not winning is embarrassing as a country. Because how are we losing to fucking Croatia?
Let's not call them Croatia. That's fucked up. I mean, it's sad because the obvious trajectory of what this country goes from being here to all the way down here, it's going to become a basket case like the rest of these crazy countries. It's just the way it is.
And all this disregard for the law is just becoming so. Also, these abductions, the opposition leader for Uganda is called Besigye. He came to Kenya, right? This thing was abducted in the night.
They abducted another political leader.
Yep.
They're like, yeah, we got you, bro. We got you.
And by our constitutionally,
You can't do it?
you can't do it because if another foreign national, that's like taking over. Like you can't.
Because, yeah, they can
It's a sovereign.
Yeah, they can declare war on you. Yeah.
Because it's like he was taken today. Tomorrow, he's in Uganda in jail. So obviously, the police from that side came
and picked
and
him
plus,
up.
there's a border, so there's no way you're going through
The border with like arms.
So this is a collusion.
It is. It is a conspiracy without a doubt. There was definitely some sort of collusion involved because that doesn't make any sense unless you know.
Do you know how illegal that is? Like in our constitution? Because it's not even illegal. That's a sign of war. It's another country infiltrating your country.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. It's like you might as well go to war. You're at war at this point because you're not a sovereign nation at this point.
Right.
You're like
someone just infiltrated
exactly
your sovereign.
And then like what happened? What would have happened had things have gone south and they didn't arrest him and had to y'all are now responsible for the death of a political.
Yes.
That's crazy.
He was in jail the next day. He was abducted that day. The drive is long, by the way. The drive is long as fuck. These niggas drove the whole night and day.
Beat his ass the whole way. I mean, but that's crazy.
But now this Uganda is something else.
Oh, yeah.
Because the guy there.
Uganda is another problem.
Now that is not.
That's another
problem.
No,
like I can say this. Uganda, you're not even gonna say this.
There's no democracy.
You're not even getting to even say.
Oh yeah, you're gonna catch a bullet. They're but
they don't even do protests no more.
No,
you're gonna die.
You're just gonna get gunned down. Like, what do you think is gonna happen?
The guy there, he's been in power for what, like 30 years or something. It's not. This is not even close to like the person who's ruled the most. Because there's a guy who's in his 90s somewhere. Is it somewhere? Like somewhere. He's in his 90s. He's been ruling for like 40, 50 years now. Still doing his thing. So now Uganda is like, they don't even try. Because the president there was like, I fought from the bush. You're going to have to take this trick from me from the bush as well. If you want to take this, she's like basically.
Technically, yeah. He's like, I am the military leader here. So.
Elections in Uganda are coming up. This nigga, he was like, asked like, are you going to like give up? No, I was like, come on now. It's
like, no. Somebody's gonna catch hands. What's gonna happen? Somebody's gonna catch hands.
It's been 30 years. He's like, you know what? I wanted to retire. This is what he said, verbatim. I wanted to retire, but my people.
George Washington.
But people are like, you can do. You can leave this country.
Oh, that's her.
That's the embassy. Because now I'm tired. Oh, I'm tired.
They're like, oh, but my people, they want me to continue ruling in this dust, shitty banana field. At least they have bananas still.
That's true.
Because you know where Ugandans come from, like Uganda to Kenya, they feel, most of them say they feel like they've gone abroad.
Well, yeah, probably. Yeah.
Think about that shit.
I mean, Rwanda, Uganda.
No, Rwanda's great.
Well, Rwanda's great now.
Now,
Or so much.
Yeah, but the president there is like, you need to take the. His name is
Kigame.
Paul Kagame. This guy has done wonders for Ghana. Rwanda is this fucking small.
Yeah, Rwanda's small.
But like the strides this president has done,
Yeah.
great. But you see niggas like fucking Mugabe and shit, because they've been in power and doing nothing.
How many years?
But he's also a dictator as well. Because he won like 97%, 99%.
Kigame or yeah.
I just don't understand. Like,
But he's a dictator in a good. You know how China have dictators, but in a good
In a good way, yeah.
But you know what? You're a dictator, but it's a dictatorship. But at least I eat food.
I'm doing well.
I'm
As
doing
long as
well.
I'm doing well.
They're flying in cars in China.
They're not flying in cars.
They're swimming. They are swimming.
The
Their
cars
cars
are
are swimming.
Yes.
The cars are
We have
flying.
a dictator who's killing people.
The problem is like I just don't understand why he's doing it because it's such a dead end. There's no
But
profit in
also,
it.
I can't have the problems are too many.
Yes, too
I need to focus on some shit. The dust is killing me. Fucking whatever is killing. There's so much shit that kills people. You can add killing on top of that. You can't kill me now. And the cars are not even flying. The cars are not
Like there's
swimming.
no progress is actually done. It's actually destroyed more because the progress
what
that's in Kenya
Yeah.
is because of previous governments.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that he's destroying that progress and he's just selling it off. Like someone fought to get you guys a national healthcare system, and he's like, privatize it. Someone fought to get you guys a national
Roads,
healthcare.
good roads.
They got you schools. They got you a welfare system. We
We got the constitution.
Now, don't get this twisted. People also die in China once they protest. But at least they're swimming. The cars are swimming. The cars are swimming.
I mean, but people die everywhere. The people definitely die in America when we protest. So
Fucking deserts are being turned into
that's true. They are being turned into cities.
cities.
Yeah, in as much as you guys are dying,
Our deserts are becoming more dry. We are dying. This nigga comes in and says,
I kind of want to go to China now.
we are gonna plant 1 billion trees. Nigga, where?
What kind of trees?
No plan.
to cut desertation.
This is the problem
That he's causing.
with people. Because you as a president, your job is not to implement. Your job is to give us a fucking vision.
Yeah, and then everyone else implements.
Everyone else under you implements.
Yeah.
If you don't have a clear vision as to where we are going and the steps, nigga,
How
you
would
have
they do
nothing.
Mhm.
This is why.
What is the point of the trees if you're going to sell the airport? Who's seeing the trees?
But also, where are these fucking trees going to
Where?
be planted at? Where?
Yeah. Do you y'all have like
billion-
national land?
Nigga, a billion. Where? Like, nigga, a billion trees. Do you know how many fucking trees a billion
That's
trees?
a
They
lot of
need
trees.
space and shit. Where? Nigga, where?
Yeah.
We can't even plant a fucking 100 million if we wanted to.
Well, he said he'll put the Bible down and 1 billion trees will appear.
Because now, you know what he said? Why he's saying this shit for? Because he wants like now donations from all these environmental groups, from UNEP and all this. Because UNEP has its headquarters in Kenya right now.
Oh.
He wants all these donations so that he gets money for the trees,
Which you'll never plant.
which you never plan, will just go into his hotel or whatever the fuck.
Or
else
whatever
he's
investments.
I don't know,
Yeah.
unless he calls.
building. Their biggest hotel. Also,
Which hotel?
I mean,
you see,
some people call
you see that
marijuana
Shansu,
trees.
Marijuana?
Mhm.
What marijuana?
If he plants a bunch of marijuana, you can plant 1 billion marijuana plants.
But,
where there's a place in the coast called Shams, right? That's why he's building this, the biggest hotel in Eastern Central Africa or whatever.
Okay, but
Also, let's not forget this even hotel that you're building. You ate up so much of the fucking. The last time I was there, these niggas have ate up so much of the beach, literally, like from that property, because the beach is public.
Yeah.
You can't privatize a beach. The only place that is like you're not allowed to go is like the president's
private house.
like there's like you know how you have like your White House.
Yeah.
You have different.
He has a summer
White-
house.
He
Yeah.
has like there's like another one in like the coast. There's another one in this region. whatever. He has like there's a couple.
Yeah.
So that part is not allowed. Like that's not allowed for anyone because that's for security reasons, right? But the rest of the beach is public, right? So you can't even go to where his hotel is because they have security and shit. They're public. Also, they've eaten so much of the beach. It's literally like you go from the hotel, you jump, the water is right there.
That's crazy. But like, my question is like, okay, say if he stops being president, does he think he gets to keep that hotel if he builds it? And how long would it take for him to build that hotel?
This is the thing, right? You become president, right?
Yeah.
You start demoting people who are before. You start putting in your people, so that even when you leave, you get where I'm going with that?
I get that, but my thing is this is like he's not. It's not like he's a do nothing president that people are like, oh well, if he does stuff, I don't know if he does stuff or not. He's hated.
It's the most hated president we've ever had.
So how's he gonna get away with anything being hated?
Also, because Kenyans are so out there, like our Twitter is like people destroy you, and people you will die, the people kill you on Twitter. Like you can go.
There's really nothing that is actually changing. They're just taking just with that.
God damn, that's a lot of money though.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Everything here exists.
Oh.
Like instead of creating something new, you're just feeding off whatever is existing.
What a failure of a human. He's just destroying the country for no apparent reason. I just don't see how he's gonna win. I mean, if y'all still vote this man
Now,
in,
remember, I told you the opposition had a handshake with this nigga. And that's why like things started becoming calm because the opposition leader has a lot of followers. I'm not gonna call them dumb, but they are.
they seem.
Now I'm not gonna call you dumb. I'm just gonna call you ignorant. Cause just y'all need to stop doing this shit. Y'all
need to
giving
stop
up because I'm
calling
just
some
done with this shit.
person.
I'm done with y'all. I'm done with y'all. Y'all niggas need to go.
Believing in one person.
I mean, like, I feel like it's this way. The opposition is always against the majority, right?
Mhm.
And if the president was doing something that was so great, no matter what the minority says, it's still gonna happen. Like take y'all national health, national. Well, I don't even know if y'all have it anymore. Do y'all still have y'all health system? Is it still existing?
I mean,
No.
it's
not what
the new one is there, but it's not what people are dying. Basically.
it's not what
Okay, so
apparently you pay monthly payments. It's not gonna cater to anything.
so y'all are gonna become America, basically. Like
Basically.
Because I feel like they want to privatize.
they want to privatize
Mhm.
everything. As long as they privatize everything, they can charge you more and give you less. And if you don't like it, go over there. Oh, there's nobody over there. Come back.
Die.
You know
Yeah,
what they did?
That's
Because the first time, like they called it Shisha, it was supposed to be in partnership with the same company. And so after like public like outrage and shit, they even changed the name to like the national plan. They even changed the name. The name was an Indian name. We
Like he's just bringing.
we were calling our national health insurance fund
A Kenyan.
Yeah,
a Kenyan national, an Indian name.
that's funny.
It was called Shisha.
That's funny.
I'm like,
Why is he this bad? I don't understand.
It's just terrible. That
He's so
this is not his third, it's almost his second year now.
Okay, almost a second. Actually, yes. In
Yeah, it's only been 2 years.
It's not even been 2 years.
like
It's almost 2 years. It's 2 years in, I don't know when, but it's almost there.
Yeah.
How much mess can you do in a fucking year? Let me tell you.
He's got 3 more
it's
years.
3. No, it's 3 years now.
In
this year.
2027.
2027, it
is
will be
when
5.
elections will
This
be
is
there.
3 years now. August.
Yeah, this would be 3 years.
Mhm.
It would be,
Yeah.
it feels we've been here for
A long time.
It's not speeding up, because
Yeah.
we are tired.
I'm like, how do we even start campaigning? How are you gonna win and start campaigning the next fucking day? Because this is what we do. We don't even take time to even realize we've had a winner. Campaigns start immediately. This person is doing this. This person is doing this. Nigga, run it up. Oh, on the 25th of June,
Next month.
5 days after my birthday, is the anniversary of the protests. And I'm hoping that people will turn up because, again, I'm a selfish person, but I assure you, if I was at home,
I'll be outside.
I would be out there. I don't care whether
Me
they
too.
kill me.
I don't.
I will spill blood. I will lay that.
I think that everybody notices the issues that are happening because you can't have healthcare one day and not the next. You can't have education one day and not the next. You can't have a functioning society. It may not be a great society. It's functioning.
Wait.
And not the next.
Antonio, you know what's funny? There's no way you can have Mr. Beast come. Mr. Beast come to Kenya. Help a village school. Build them classes.
Wells.
Give them desks. Build a well to provide water for a lifetime. Yet you've been in government for how long? You were with the previous government.
Also-
You were with the previous government. And you're still saying, oh, the previous government. You were inside.
And in hindsight, what she said, a member of parliament, some members of parliament go to parliament and criticize Mr. Beast.
For building the school?
Yeah, because he's like, oh, where are the licenses for this?
But that's the problem is he showed them up and that's what they don't like.
You've been allocated all this money. What have you done to your constituency? Nothing.
We are going to it for licenses for kids not to have water and
for kids to die of hunger.
Kids are at this point. These kids were fucking learning from under trees.
Like,
how are you gonna come?
Just because your kid is learning in the States or wherever.
Yeah. Your ass was probably learning from under a tree at some point.
Before
now your ass sitting on. Do you know how much these fucking chairs in Parliament cost us when they were made?
Oh, hundreds of thousands.
One chair was, I remember, 450,000 or something. A chair. That's more than a salary for fucking. That's 2 salaries of a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, because those chairs got like good lumbar support. They're good for sitting for a while.
Now, we have.
They're good chairs.
We have
270 constituencies.
Yeah.
So that's 270
times
chairs.
Whatever the amount is.
Now we have a Senate as well. We
and they got to pay for that chair.
7 counties, so that's for the
We have the
chairs.
speaker.
We have the speaker.
We have his people around him.
So those chairs have to
all those chairs.
Well. Mm-hmm. So that I think the budget for that came to like close to
a billion. Yeah.
Like a billion.
Imagine.
For chairs.
There's a guy, we're sitting outside learning under a tree, and it's hot because it's the tropics.
And they don't have food. Actually, they come to school to eat whatever they have in the school because at home they can't.
They got the food, so that they're using and eventually they're going to privatize that.
These people get donations for these people, right?
Yes.
But they pocket that shit.
Of course.
How you? I'm telling you, some of these people.
Well, yeah, that's kind of.
It just doesn't make sense because this guy cannot come do all this in under a week and give these children's lives. Something that you've been. It's 3 years now.
It just shows the hypocrisy of it all.
And the most you can do is like what? Imprison like a cartoonist who like drew the president.
Imprison somebody who hacked off a helicopter. Like that is the most important matter. Or
no, that one.
Wait. You're
not gonna happen in a goddamn helicopter.
Why was he hanging on a helicopter?
Because he's poor.
It is his life. Anyway, why are you imprisoning him?
Oh no, you're not gonna hang on a helicopter. That's dangerous. First of all, that's risking your life.
That's his life, exactly.
No.
Why does that matter?
It's the law. We follow the law.
Obviously we don't.
Obviously we don't. The law is we all belong to the government. You are born from the government. You come from the government owns you. If you try and take your life, you will be imprisoned. No. This is the law. If you try and take your life, we will imprison you for trying taking your life because you do not belong to
That's
the
true.
cell.
Okay.
Yeah, but how could you belong to the government? But by the Constitution, the government belongs to you.
We are the government.
Yeah. So how can you?
Yes, we will imprison you. We, the people, we will imprison
What
you.
color?
Because you know what? This is our definition of government. Is of the people, for the people, by the people.
But no one in Parliament is doing anything for the people.
For the people, exactly. So how are you arresting me?
You know what? This is where it gets tricky, right?
You gotta shoot somebody.
Wait,
'Cause,
I was supposed to say something. Wait. This, speaking about the whole shenanigans our people are doing, the MPs are doing. So, another shenanigan, a whole MP and his people take a helicopter to go and open up a bridge.
A toilet.
A small bridge that fell off after a few months. To open, like to cut the ribbon.
They've opened toilets.
Like instead of building a proper bridge for people to cross over, go to school, do their daily life, go get water, they built a wooden bridge that when it flooded, it went away. And you took helicopters to come and open it.
These Negroes will take helicopters to go.
Helicopters more than
And you tell me that we have MPs in Kenya, that we have police. I don't even know. You know,
this Negroes is opening toilets. It's like, oh, this
opening
toilets.
And they take helicopters.
And then they'll put a whole fucking prank.
Imagine.
You know the shit they do?
Yeah.
This was made
by
His
this excellency.
blah, blah, built this on the blah, blah. Nigga, this shit costs more than the actual toilet.
That's funny.
That is how funny it is. Getting to this.
I'm trying to
tell me we don't have a ridiculous country.
We have, and
yeah.
And this is good, but it pains because like it just doesn't. It pains, so it's so painful.
You know, for me, I usually say yes, baby. It seems like all politicians still. I don't know what's wrong with them, but do something and steal.
Exactly. That's how
like the way Sonko was helping people. He was stealing, but he was helping people.
Because ask me, like you can say a lot about Germany, they're stolen, blah blah blah.
But look what they're doing.
The roads are good, nigga. I can take a bus. I can do
like
the
transportation is transporting.
Nigga, I can walk it, and nigga, you're not
electricity. You never die out of it. Like in Kenya, you can miss electricity for 1 week. Yeah. Water.
I'm not going out with. How the fuck am I like watching some shit and all of a fucking sleep? How?
But I was telling Laura that when the government is at least doing stuff for the people, I don't care how stupid it is.
You feel it.
At least you're doing it.
You know, also things like taxes don't even like affect you that much. This is why people out here are not like out here protesting like, oh, they're paying too high taxes. Blah, blah.
Yeah. Because to see where the taxes are going.
Exactly. Like, that's what I was talking about, like with the roads, because they're always like redoing roads, and you know she was complaining, oh, this place was closed off. I'm like, I would rather see them constantly building the road.
And actually giving jobs to the people who are like refugees and stuff.
Exactly.
This is someone complaining because you. This is like shocking. Because when my shit gets damaged, that shit would take. There's a road going to my place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where we like, there's the main road. It's good. It's whatever. But there's like, the side, like the road coming in, like from your place, right?
Yeah, yeah.
There's like the road coming from down there, from down the hill, and coming like, right. So we've been waiting. That road was tarmac, right? But it eroded like a long goddamn until we had to remove the tarmac and make like do it yourself. Yeah.
Oh.
But then after some time, like it gets holes because it rains, blah blah. Yeah. So people, we've been feeling it, right? Every other time we do it, people contribute, we make the road, right?
Yeah.
So the last time we were tired, right? We were like, we're just gonna pay for the goddamn road because we've been contributing anyway.
Yeah,
we're gonna contribute some more.
Yeah, we paid enough for this road to already be done.
So let's just make a good road and just be done with it. The government's like, no.
Huh?
Yeah,
the government's like, no, because this is a county road. You can make government roads. You're not allowed to construct your own roads.
Yeah, I can
You're
see
not
that.
allowed to make your own goddamn roads because there's, I don't know, this maintenance because there's
Then make it.
They're not.
So
Then
we're like, so then make it. They're like,
no.
yeah, we're making it.
Eventually, still not.
Now
ready.
we've been waiting.
Yeah.
So people start making the road. People get arrested.
Of course, because you're breaking the law.
So now, you can help me prosper, and I can't even prosper for wanting to prosper. I can't even make my own goddamn road after you refusing to make my own goddamn road with my own goddamn money that I made
That's
from with bloodshed and tears.
Yeah.
They can't even do that. We can make our own road.
No.
No. They said no. They're like, if you do this road, we are going to arrest you all.
I can see.
All of you all.
Yeah, because it's a conspiracy at that point. One person can't build a road, but a community can. So it's a conspiracy.
We were like, we don't even want your money. We don't want you to build the road. You're going to get a contractor who is even permitted and like who has licenses and everything to make the road. We just want a town.
I mean, the way that the government would look at it is, if y'all build a road, it's a private road, and if you don't want somebody on your road, they can't be on your road.
Yeah.
Because it's your private property.
No. We were like, it's a public road. We just want a road.
I know, but from a legal standpoint, say if they come to arrest you, you can't be on my property. Take your cars off my road and walk.
Yeah, but this is a community road, and it's not like
but that's not how the government's going to see it. The government will see it as
no. But you know what the thing was?
Yeah.
This was politics.
Yeah.
Because the member of parliament is like, you're not gonna outdo me.
Exactly. That's what the point is.
This road, I will look
bad.
like I'm not doing shit.
Exactly. I mean, that's the whole reason with the Mr. Beast thing. They don't want to look like they're getting outdid.
So
Which they are.
Yep. You're not gonna vote for me when you guys made the road that I'm supposed to make for you.
Yeah, but then you won't
There's no way.
So then I'm just gonna keep voting for you and hope that you're gonna build the road at some point.
For this thing.
That's what happens. Is that now you're like, I don't want to vote for you. So you lose no matter what. I just don't understand why people have a problem with just, even if you're doing the wrong thing, you can still do the right thing on the side.
Mm-hmm.
If you do the right, like if we have $100 and you stole 70 of the dollars, if you use that remaining $30 to help the community, I don't really care about the $70.
This is our problem, right? Say we have 100, right? The person at the top is gonna take 50, right at the top.
Yeah.
That person below him is gonna take like a good 10.
Yeah. So
The other one,
the people down the line,
are the hungry ones.
This shit is gonna trickle down till it's like 5.
It says 5, and then you can't do shit with
And then they're like,
And then-
at 5, I will just keep.
But at 5 is like, who can do 5? So
can
you
do
know
it
what?
5?
This was a dam. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now there's a whole dam that is supposed to have like what 100 fucking cubic meters of water that has a well
That is
that you have to manually.
That is funny.
It's not even like an
It's not even
electronic shit.
electronic. You have
to
go and-
manually fucking do the
Yes.
shit to get water from the goddamn well.
Imagine.
That's
Mr. Beast gave out electronic well.
I'll assure you this: Mr. Beast can't come back to Kenya.
No, he
He
came a
came
second
back.
time.
This is
They are going to kill him.
No, he does it in secret. Like he comes
Of
in,
course, he does it in secret. He's not announcing, "Oh, I'm coming today." Gonna shoot his ass in his damn
comes,
face.
does his
But
shit.
you know they cannot kill him though.
Why not?
Oh no, he's in.
He's an international
Oh,
asset.
the US is coming.
Hey, when Kenya will be ambushed, man. Hey, I need my country.
The president is
I don't know because maybe.
He is an international asset.
He's scared of
But I mean, I assure
Kenya, he
you,
would go.
Not even an international USA. You know his money
No,
also
the thing
funds
is,
part of things.
Israel has
If he
shot
died,
all of it.
if he died in Kenya,
Hey,
the government, because people,
Oh,
not
that's-
only like the international, but then the Kenyans, we ourselves would be like, you killed Mr.
kill
Beast.
that. Hey,
Oh, man, this is the spot we
now this is too much.
we are like,
The one,
ready for this. Yeah,
the one person is actually improving lives in Kenya that's not elected.
That is I just don't understand how they can allow a internet personality to outdo them as
Imagine.
a country. I would be so embarrassed.
Very
so
embarrassed.
embarrassing.
Me too.
I would be so embarrassed. I don't even know how
And the only thing you can think about is license.
No, and the audacity of you to just go up in parliament and say, "Oh, this guy is coming. He's
With
doing
no
this without licenses."
Like, what the
I'm like,
fuck?
what?
But even if you were to say that, you have to explain that to your constituents who just saw him build a school, who just saw him
In a
build all
couple of
these
days.
wells, just saw him do all these great things, and they're like, "Well, you should be angry at him because why?"
He is actually,
You would be thinking like this member of
Like,
parliament
thank
will go
you.
and make a collab
Yeah.
with Mr. Beast and be like, "We've been trying to get the fund, we'll try and get the funding for this shit that have been happening."
Or you
But
know
you
what?
come,
Thank
like,
you, because I've been asked for the fundings. Now you've
Yeah,
used the
you
funding.
brought the funding. Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like personally, if I was in whatever constituent that he built it in, I'd be like, bro, whenever you come to do stuff like this,
Please do more.
talk to a brother.
Yes.
You know,
Also,
let me be involved.
I want to talk to the member of parliament who, by the way, if you have nothing to say,
Uh
we need to get if you have nothing to say, don't say shit.
huh.
Because this member of parliament goes to the floor of parliament and starts talking shit about the president of Sierra Leone, who is currently delivering like Sierra Leone from the ashes
from problems.
of poverty, from the ashes of colonial rule from the French.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga has dispelled all the French nationals from his country. He's not doing French. He's taken over all the French. Oh no, he's just taking over everything. He's like, French people have been taking advantage of our country for a long time. The French people wanted to kill him. So this minister, this MP, this dumb, no good. You know when sometimes you're dumb, but you're so dumb, it shows so vaguely. This nigga has made 3 companies since he was elected. And one of your generals, who is black, allegedly, tried to have him killed.
Sierra Leone, isn't he? Didn't they remove him?
He's called Ibrahim Traore.
Yeah, is he still there?
Yeah.
I thought they
Is
removed
that Sierra
him.
Leone or Burkina Faso?
Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso, not Sierra.
Burkina Faso.
Oh, you're right.
This guy got in, and he was like, he's the young president. Like one of the young.
He's not a president.
He's
He's
like,
a ruler. He's a military.
yeah, it's like it was a junta.
Military.
Because he has to be under, because people are trying to kill him. I'm gonna try. But people are trying to kill him because he's doing things
Because he's doing
for
good.
Africans.
Mhm.
And
He
the
got all the
audacity
gold and
for
all that.
you to go to on a Kenyan, we give you power. Now remember what I said. That all sovereign power belongs to the people and can be exercised directly or in. Nigga, we coming for you. Directly coming for you. Also,
It's terrible.
this is the last part of
Yeah.
this.
So, are they?
That's it.
Members
I don't
of
like
parliament.
Doritos.
Because, again,
Mhm.
power can be exercised directly or indirectly. We are like, okay.
Oh, I forgot you wanted to remove.
Yes.
We are like, the parliament, the members of parliament,
Mm-hmm.
in their wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
decide to pass a law that makes it harder for the people to recall their member of parliament
Where?
in Kenya.
Ati?
Yeah, they passed this law like 2 years ago.
Which one?
There's a law that, well, you know, when you can recall a member of parliament
Of course.
back to you, like, because we voted for you, you can
Mhm.
recall. But now they passed a law that makes
Okay.
it harder. It's almost impossible to recall your member of parliament
Okay.
because people tried. It's impossible.
I mean, because now.
Also, right now,
Mhm.
we can't even if we record our member of parliament, we can't even have an
elect
election
anyone.
because we don't have an electoral body
Yeah.
to conduct the election.
So we are still fucked.
So these members of parliament basically can do whatever the fuck they want with no consequences.
Mm-hmm.
Because who is gonna conduct the election anyway? Even if you guys decided to like recall nobody, there's no body, there's no commissioners, there's nothing. Now, the very last point. Next year, I'm going back home because we need a new register. I'm feeling like they're probably going to do a new register, like a new electoral register. I'm gonna be there. I'm taking it twice, maybe even twice. Not gonna be allowed, but I'm gonna try anyway.
Well, my question is like, why don't you run for that position?
What?
Just run for the position.
He has not been home.
Also, I'm telling you, you need millions. Like a campaign is millions. It's multi-millions. You want me to run for president?
Not president, MCA or something.
But I'm telling you, you need millions, even like the very smallest, like to become like a county.
Oh no,
whatever,
no, you don't.
Millions. No, some of them.
Some.
Like where I come from, you need millions.
Yeah, it depends where you come from.
Also, I don't want to run.
The problems that we face.
Because I'll try and do good. And the people who are around me are all bad.
Are all bad. Sinners. Blood and sinners.
So it's one of us has to die, and if I try to kill them, then I'll be dead. I'll have to go. See, that's
I just like that everybody's dying, you know.
Papa Omega. Papa. It's just bit unfair. It's just so bad. I just it's so in free, and it's just like it just. Do you feel like you can strangle a whole bunch of people in like your arms? It's like all your niggas come out here and just gonna at the same time.
They rooted for that. Sure.
You need to go back. Also, no one from all these scandals that you've heard, no one gets arrested. No one. No one. No one even takes the fall. You know, in America, like one person is usually the one who takes the fall. No one even takes the fall back home. It's like by the time this shit is going on, some other shit is already going on. So we already
So
like
we even
forget like this shit.
Well, that's when they removed it because
maybe you can manage.
Anyway,
Thank you for joining us today. It was nice having you guys. And it's Beverly
Alpha James.
and Antonio.
it's fine. Cut off. Let's see.